There we go. We are live. Just quick live feed to say we're not on tonight, so we'll catch you on next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just waiting for the chat to load up so I can mute myself or start talking all over myself. I know. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live at the Bench. We're here for another fabulous Friday evening at the bench with a bunch of people. So, hello. A week's gone by really fast, ridiculously fast this week, actually.
Oh my God, has it ever?
Even faster than normal. So, yeah, if you're in the chat, say hello. If you're new to the chat, say hello. Let us know where you're from, your name, what you're wearing, anything you want to tell us.
I'm in fishnets and suspenders, if just in case anybody's interested.
Again, Dan. We talked about this.
So yeah, we're here for a few hours to keep you entertained. We've got a few things to do tonight. We've got Mr. Sean Bradder with us somewhere. There he is.
What a good-looking northerner.
Thank you. He's going to be put through his paces by Norman, not for the first time. He's looped this time. So yeah, we've got an interview with Sean. He's a very interesting bloke.
Oh yeah.
I'm good at lying. How's the fish tank, Sean? I haven't asked you for ages.
It's just there.
I know that.
Yeah, it's
it looks a bit yellow. Oh, that's your printer, sorry.
Yeah.
Is everything surviving still?
Yeah, the snail population is doing great.
Yeah. Get some assassin snails.
I'm going to say, have you got more? You got more snails than fish?
Assassin snails. I'll kill them all. They're great.
Yeah, I'll keep it on, but
yeah, we've got Al's kits. That's right, Al, isn't it?
Yep.
Al's going to whip his kits out for the lads. We've got what we've been buying with Simon.
Ooh.
Quicker thinks back. Has he bought anything this week?
I bought loads, but only one kit for modelling, sadly.
Don't think I bought anything, but I think I was given something this week.
Oh.
I'll put it in next week. We've got questions for the crew with Mr. McNeish as well. We've got our £20 giveaway to do, random number generator. And of course, the Weather a Dance section next week, not this week. We'll get one then as well. So yeah,
I will edit my post for next week. Alan sent me.
Yeah, I sorted that picture out today.
Yeah.
Sent it to Alan to send you.
I haven't had time yet.
No, Alan very kindly did it today.
What's in progress? That will be obviously done as well.
Said that about moving my lips. That was amazing. Yes, Roland's like, hurry up, will you? Yes, we've got Roland looking at everything. We've all picked. I forgot again. She's in the chat saying, how's it hagging?
How's it hagging?
That's like a different version of dogging.
I don't want to go there.
How does hagging work then? Do you like sit in the car park on your broomstick?
Or does it involve a fish?
Fish?
Technically, an eel, because a hagfish is an eel. Technically, if you want to get nerdy and technical, it's what they
anyway,
make
moving on.
of.
Random conversation from Dan.
Well,
international fish species.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, get ready to get your broomsticks and cauldrons out. We've got a night you'll never forget. And if we get time, Alan might look on the group builds. If not, we'll do it next week. I think we'll probably have to end up doing it next week, to be honest. We've got a new section we're going to add from next week as well. We've had several names for it. There's only one that we came up with that was airable, because one with a lot of alliterations of F's. I don't think we can get away with that one. It's called Modelling Mishaps. Mr. Ward very kindly volunteered to host this one. So it'll be a weekly post over on the Live the Bench page as usual, where you can post anything's gone wrong that week, modern related, be it you spilled paint on your carpet, you broke a nail while modeling, you burnt yourself, you set something on fire, anything you can think of. you can pop it in there. We'll have a laugh and a good look at it. See how it goes. So yeah, that's going to be added from next week. So stay tuned on that one. And it'll get posted probably on Monday, won't it, Luke? You said.
Yeah, Monday.
And you can post in there. Obviously, it's not going to be a huge section. If it gets really busy, we'll add it to once every 2 weeks or a month, like we do with Al's and Dan's section. We'll see how it goes and play it by ear for now and see how we get on. But yeah, that's that. Obviously, we've got the interview with Sean tonight. Norman's just hit upon a good point. Maybe we should have another pub quiz, because that was quite good fun. Last time we did that.
Weirdly, I enjoyed that because I came third. Just saying. I'm just saying.
That's what you do, because you always come first.
Oh,
So I've been told.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
yeah.
I nearly said something really bad then, but we'll gloss over that bit and move
Yeah,
on.
and Dan Crow came up with the idea of a trial egg plane build, which I'm up for as well.
No,
Yeah, away planes.
oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Where's-
it sounds like everyone.
Oh, look at Norman's already done his. Ruined it.
You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather get a cordless drill and drill an 18 mil spade bit up my nose.
Is it me or does Dan look like a badly dubbed film?
Yeah.
No,
Yesterday.
I've been meaning to wipe my Mac and have a reinstall because I think it's on its way out.
I bite you.
Okay, that's very good. So yeah, we'll think of things to add and do over time. Obviously, we had a bit of a bombshell drop live on air last week that nobody was. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Oh.
Sadly, Sam's no longer part of the live crew. All the hangouts by the look of it, which was absolutely devastating shock for me. But as I put a post it today, it is what it is. People move on, people come and go. People in here in the nicest way will come and go again. We'll lose other people. It's just the way things are. It was absolute shock to me though. I didn't know what to say. But I spoke to him. He seems okay. Seems happy enough. And just with some things in life, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Absolutely devastating to lose him as a live crew and a hangout member because he's been there near enough from the beginning.
Yes, yeah.
But that's life, I suppose. People move on, and people come and go, and like I say, it won't be the first time, it won't be the last. But yeah, just out of the blue last week, definitely not me for 6. But as long as Sam's happy, that's that. So yes, we wish him all the best. Hopefully we'll see him again. Obviously, if we don't, that's his own reason. At the end of the day, what you do in your own life is entirely up to you. Yes, so that is that.
And for everyone here tonight, no bombshells.
Yes, please. Yes.
I'm good looking.
No, he said bombshells, not lies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very sad to see. But as I put the other day, the show will go on. I'm not going to lie. When we came up the other week, I was ready to think, "Oh, do you know what? I'm done with all this."
Yes.
I
want to say the conversation we had on Friday. I'm half expecting that, to be fair, Paul. If I'm honest.
Yeah, and I thought about it over the weekend. Actually, you know what? I thought about it staring through the glass, watching James swim on Saturday morning, and I thought, "What's that going to solve? Nothing."
No, it won't.
We've got regular viewers who've stuck around with us for years. You guys have put the time in. No matter how long you've been here, if you've been here from the beginning, like Dan, it's only me and Dan that have been here from day one now.
Yep.
Or you're fairly new, like Luke and Simon and Alan and Dan, obviously. We're all part of the show, and it's an equal combined effort into what we do. So what would take us off there? So nothing. Yeah, it can be quite a bit of work to do, and I understand other people's reasons for leaving. You know, as Al's probably realised what he's undertaken by doing Tim's section, he's probably thinking, "Why the hell did I volunteer for this?"
An hour and a half today.
Yeah, and as I've said many times in bench updates, I appreciate everything all these guys do, from the simplest thing to the most dedicated thing every week, to just turning up and being a part of it. I could do this on my own because I can talk shit all day long. If you know me, I can sit here and waffle on about verbal diarrhea all day long. But I think it's everyone in here as a combined effort that makes the show what it is, which is awful. So yeah, and again, without the viewers watching, it wouldn't be worth doing. So yeah, I thought about it and I thought long and hard, and I thought taking it off there, thinking, no, screw this, it wouldn't solve anything. So we're going to carry on, and that's that. People's lives change, things happen for good and bad, and everyone makes their own decisions in life. So
we're all grown ups at the end of the day.
We're all grown ups. Everyone has to do what's best for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is that. I'm going to miss Sam immensely.
Yep. Definitely.
Because I've known Sam for a long time and consider him one of my very best friends. And to not see him in Hangouts anymore is pretty devastating.
Yes.
Anyway, someone get that. See if this woman, tell you can't see him. Anyway, we're going to push on now. Like I say, show will go on, as the great Freddie Mercury said. Show must go on. And,
must go on.
Hang on, you. Oh God, we're going to get a copyright strike.
As if he was in the room. As if he was in the room.
It is Freddie Mercury walked in behind me and broke into song. Sheepot saying, "Don't forget Yuval." Who the hell is Yuval? Yeah. Anyway, how the hell can you forget Yuval?
Jim, I'm just going to say you're forbidden from singing.
No, that's quite good.
Birthday song too?
Sing it again.
The show must go on.
Give it a fabulous. Don't.
Oh.
You said it. You said it.
But you like doing it, so
He loves doing it. And dressing up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
I can feel it scribbling on a notepad.
minute. Wait a minute.
Yes, so that's that. The show's going to go on, and we'll think of more things to add and progress it. We've been doing this now for 5 years. It was 5 years in May. I think we've done it. I think we've done about 180 live shows so far over that time. And yeah, we take time off from time to time because
we need it.
I'm a bit nuts and sometimes don't want to go live, basically. And then we've had times where we just wanted a bit of time off and things like that. And yeah, anyway, I don't know. I said it twice, apparently. And that'll happen in the future. There'll be times when just don't feel like going live and that. So if we ever don't go live, it's not that we don't want to do it. It's just something's cropped up. Anyway. Oh, apparently Stu's a dickle sick.
Okay.
Oh, dyslexic. I see. Fair enough. Come in. So yeah. Anyway, enough waffle and crap. Dan, do you want to read the chat? I think is that we're going for everything we need to do tonight?
Yeah.
Group builds. Alan and Si, we decided on our next buddy build we're going to do.
Well, the one on the list is allegedly the American build, but it doesn't take us to stay on that list in that order.
Now I know what Alan wants to do. Let me have a quick think.
I'm easy.
What do I want to
No,
do?
that.
As you know.
We know that.
We know you're easy, but what do you want to do, Alan?
If anybody wants to zig a zig off.
Oh, sugar.
Well, what do you want to do, Al?
Make it
What
as
do
easy.
you want to do? I'm easy.
It's on you. It's your decision. Let's put the pressure on him.
I'll think about it.
Hang on. Wait. We'll put the pressure on a bit more. There we go.
I don't. Well, you want to do the American build, don't you?
I quite happily do an American car. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a Foos pickup build, couldn't we?
We could do an American car. Yeah.
We could.
We could definitely do an American car. Yeah. I think we saved the Foos for a bit later.
That's a good call, Mr. B.
Thank you. I think Dan wants to do a Jaguar XJ220 build.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that build.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see how that goes together.
Well, it might be a crash dial, yeah.
What make was it again that you bought?
It's I just can't make out the box. It's too far away.
I think it's called Shikaleri.
Yeah.
Oh,
The thing is, I want one, and it's in my stash now, so I'm happy. I've got one. It may get built, it may not. I might look for the Tamiya version, but yeah.
No. Yeah, definitely.
What do you pay for that, Dan?
21 quid.
Ouch. I know there was a Tamiya.
Dude, I lose more than that running to Cop Shop. Although this week I haven't been in a Cop Shop because I'm a good boy now.
Wow.
5 days on my diet.
Is it a seafood diet?
No, it's a proper diet. I've been sticking to it. I've had zero bread.
Yeah, I can't stick to them. I've tried 3 diets and I'm still hungry. all together. And just 3 of them just don't feed enough.
I need to get myself in some kind of shape because
Round's a shape. Round's a shape, yeah.
Round's not suiting me a minute.
It is, it's a shape. It's all right. How many thumbs down? Oh, I've got 1 thumbs down already.
Uh-oh.
Thank you very
I've only
much.
got 42 thumbs up as well with 90 watching.
Ooh.
Oh.
I hope everybody used a bit of lube before they put that thumb up.
Yeah.
Dry.
I said I heard you liked it dry, Dan. What are you on about?
Right then, Dan, do you want to read the chat, mate?
Yeah, I'll do my best. My chat seems to have gone weird, so it unfortunately only starts from Malcolm Plum saying evening all. That's the earliest message I've got. I know Auntie Kayla was in first, but
has anyone got the beginning of the chat?
Yeah, so Auntie was there first saying good evening, gurus. Then myself saying evening, everyone. Brandon's there saying evening, gents. Hope all are well. Simon's there saying evening, peeps. Luke T's there saying evening all. Dan, the man himself, Mr. Croaky saying hello, everybody. Gary Void the Wind is there saying evening, everyone from down south. Adam's there saying hi, guys. Hope you're all well and had a great week. Paul Gower's there saying good evening, all. Sean White's there saying good evening, all. Normie D's there saying good evening, fellow sprue fiddlers. Your wet weekend starts here. Yeah, it's a wet one this week, isn't it, Norm?
Oh,
yeah.
We've got Hugh Gordon's there saying evening, all. Glenn Snyder's there saying happy Friday all. Dan Norris saying hi everyone. I always wish his name was Chuck, but there we go. Al McNish is there saying good evening one and all. Timson72, evening everyone. Steve, good evening one and all from Southport. Hi Steve. Total Scale Models, Venning all. I think that's meant to be evening all. Mark Coombs is there saying good evening everyone. Challenger Scale Models, evening gents. John Howell, a very good evening to everyone. Jim Clark's there saying hi everyone. Digsby James, good day all. Fester there, Colin saying hi folks. Cole.
Hey, Colin.
Hey, Cole.
Stu Pot there saying hello everyone. How's it hanging? That's meant to be, but he's got hagging. Yeah, Steve Smith.
How do you let people know when you're hagging though? Because you got no window wipers on a broomstick. What do you do? Just like wave your bristles around. You were just weeping on the floor. Hey, he's up for it quick.
We've got
no windows either, have you?
No. Steve Smith, evening all. Just returned to the hobby again. Welcome back to it, Steve. Hope you're enjoying it.
Cool.
I'm back.
Mr. Pashley's there saying evening all.
Axel thumbs down, Gary.
Luke from Scale Motors saying evening all. Totally Scale Models starting the decal soon on the German sub.
I've still haven't got to this chat yet.
Carl Roberts, evening all. Spruce Samaritans. Hey, Mick is there saying good evening all. Total Scale Models saying hey, Colin. Daryl's there saying evening all. Simon Brown, evening all. Francis Pierre, good afternoon all. Cully K's there saying have a great show. And Malcolm Plum, evening all. So you all right from there, Dan?
Yeah, I'll carry on from there. That's where my chat starts. So Mark Ward, good evening, folks. Evening, Mark. Francois M85, good evening, guys.
Hello.
Mark HII, howdy, Mark. You all right?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yari T, good evening. Good evening, Yari. Norman D again, II, folks, indeed. Colin just replying, okay, matey, really pleased how folks are enjoying it. Stu Pot is in saying hi to Mark. Patrick McGeever is in with an evening all. Evening, Patrick. Scaly Models is in, evening one and all, and a special hi to Norman. So,
Hey,
hope you're
Dad.
okay, Dad.
Hi, Mike.
Joe Bagshaw's in. Hello, everyone. Ian Dalethwaite is in. Evening, everyone.
Ian.
Ian.
Daryl Master just wondering, was it over an Oreo, King Dan? I
What?
don't want to know. I assume that's something to do with biscuits and your arrival time. Yeah,
I don't like
arriving
Oreos,
time.
so change
Yeah.
biscuit and we're fine.
Yeah.
Can't stand their music.
Let's
either.
leave, at least let's leave that one behind.
Awful.
Stew Pot Festa, keep meaning to get on over, but been so busy. Festa saying hello to Scaly Models. Joe saying hello to Scaly Models. Steve saying, yeah, but Paul, no race to come first when you're on your own.
Depends if anyone's due back. CCTV comes in handy then. Done it, Alan?
Yeah.
Mark H saying hello to Mike at Scaly Models. Totally Scale Model saying hi to Mike. Scaly Model saying hello to Colin. Festa Colin saying, hey, it's going nowhere as and when, matey. Joe Bagshaw, hello, Festa 67. Scaly Models, hi Steve. Mark H, I Norm. Norm saying hello to Dad as well. Stu Pot also agreeing that, yeah, Dan looks like a 1970s porno. I don't know, there's no mustache.
I'm gonna say old and furry.
Yeah. Adam saying evening Mike. Mark H saying hello to Colin. Colin saying just saying sorry to hear that, Paul. I guess that's about Sam. And obviously the reaction to that. Scaly Model saying hi Joe, good buddy, thanks. Hope you are too. Norman D just asking Mark H how he is. Stu Pod asking Mike how he is. Colin asking Mark how he is.
Everybody asking everybody.
Yeah, it's just everyone talking to each other now.
Waltons.
We care. We are a caring community.
They definitely are. Norm saying oi to Colin. Scaly Model saying hi to Mark H. Colin saying we still love you all and all the best to Sam as well. Yeah, totally agree. We all do this hobby for a level of enjoyment, and if we're not really enjoying some part of it, we need to change a little bit. So Digsby James, well said Paul. Colin saying hi to Norman. Stu Pot saying boom.
Popular, isn't it?
Yeah. Roland saying, how's it, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Hello, Roland.
Oh, Roland's here. Be Gates.
Don't swear. Again.
Please.
Yeah. Stu Pot saying, yes, Paul, and you have got me, haha, or maybe not. Lol. That is hagging.
Oh, sure.
Colin saying hardcore Dan a legend. Definitely not me. Must be the other Dan.
No, it's definitely you, Dan.
Not much hardcore about me. Colin saying hi, Roland. Dad saying hi, Roland. Collie K, don't forget to like. Well reminded. We have 103 watching and 62 likes and 2 dislikes. So thanks, Gary, and whoever else.
Gary's got 2 accounts going.
Yeah, that'll be it. The owl is in.
He needs one because he's a big bloke, isn't he? I've got sick.
The owl is in chat saying hi from Buenos Aires.
Wow.
Konnichiwa.
Buongiorno.
That joke didn't really work.
Mike saying hi to King Dan. Stu Pot saying hi to Norman D. Colin saying stop it to ISM. He's welling up here. Teared up I am.
Sorry, Colin.
Yeah, understandable.
Brian's going to get himself in trouble there down the bottom. What were you doing last night, Luke?
Yeah. Disgusting behaviour.
Got a report, yeah. We warned you last night. In trouble for that.
Yeah, peace coming.
Mr. Callis is in. Hey, peeps. Hope everyone is well. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Daryl Masters, LOL. Al probably still has nightmares from my list of questions. So I think we all do, Daryl. We all do. Stu Pot, don't forget Yoval, indeed. Yoval.
Yo.
Yo, Val.
Adam saying hi to Mike. Norman D. Stew Pot and Good Bud would love to have more time at the bench. Yes, Norman, I think we all love that.
Oh, I would.
Yeah. Mike saying hi to, sorry. Yeah, Mike Scaly Model saying hi to Adam. Adam saying thanks, mate. You too. Daryl Masters requesting some more singing. Stew Pot.
Tim, go on. Give it a bit of Bohemian Rhapsody. I forgot its name then.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family.
Hang on, if we do request, can I have banana arm, please?
I don't know.
Galileo.
Galileo. Figaro.
Amadeus.
Rock me Amadeus. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I love turkey.
36 weeks in the year. I don't think you can beat the Makita.
No. Oh, that's too funny, that. 3 seconds before we go live.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So we've got Stu's Dickle sick, yes.
Dickle sick.
He's Dickle sick.
Indeed. You get cream for that, I think.
I'm going to say,
yeah, you get a different type of cream off that one, Dan.
I'm going to say, don't rub it in too hard.
Yeah. Good moisturiser, though, apparently.
Well, it's good for moving along, is what it's good for. Moving along.
And on that topic, Tribune 43 is in saying hi all.
Hello.
Harry Merrick. Good evening, Paul and the crew and everyone else. Good evening, Harry. Scaly Model J, good Adam. Stew Pot, I understand, mate. Norman D. Guess that's in relation to bench time. Joe Bagshaw, hello, Colin. Well, Festus Workshop, glad to see you around. Hope you're feeling okay. Auntie Pekela, as soon as Jim started singing, my connection failed. Yeah.
Crashed the internet.
It does that weirdly.
Yeah, Tam McMillan's in. Evening, everyone. Evening, Tam. Colin, yeah, Joe Bagshaw, just chilling out. That's the best way to be. Paul D'Souza, hi guys. I'm supping a beer in my local and watching the stream. Heaven, have fun, guys. Excellent, Paul.
Put us on the big screen in the pub.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We can be entertaining.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Some push it.
43, slap his barber, probably. Okay. Colin saying, "Ooh, a Foos build, nice choice."
Later, maybe.
Yeah, Daryl Masters, as the cry for Warhammer rings out. Okay. Oh God, my chat is just bloody well. There we go. Yeah, Scott's in. Hi all from Tucson, Arizona.
Hello.
Hey, Tucson.
Joe Bagshaw, Festa, have you got the slush puppy machine going yet? Been catching up on some streams last few days. Paul Gower, been suffering with mental health this week. Thanks, guys. You've already made me laugh tonight.
Good.
Good.
Cool.
We'll do our best.
I'm going to say stick around, we'll make you cry as well.
Yeah.
Probably more idiotic than entertaining, but you know, if it makes you laugh.
Jim's going to sing again, is he?
Oh, I do hope not.
Daryl Masters, Dan skipping bread, rice and spuds, yet running naked in forest eating deer.
Yeah, deer's protein. Deer's good protein, I'll just say.
It is. Yeah, veal's nice.
Very good protein.
Venison even.
Yeah. Gotta say.
Veal's a cow.
Veal's cruel. Don't eat veal. Just eat a deer instead.
Veal's tasty as well, but yeah, there is a cruelty on that.
Yes,
that's not
veal
good.
is quite tasty.
What I want.
Craig Pello, evening people, evening. Craig. Luke T, what a bit of foos build for your buddy build. Yeah.
No.
Joe Bagshaw, sorry to hear. Paul Gower, I've had a rough one this week and it always helps to watch the guys on a Friday. Well, that's why we're still here. Chris Hughes, hi all, greetings from Kiev. Evening, Chris. Forever Plastic Kits, hi everyone. I hope you're all safe. What's the weather in England this Friday? Wet.
Very
basically.
wet.
Yeah.
No, that's Scottish.
And love is not all around.
No, it was very systematic.
It's all right here.
Yeah, you can shut up and all.
Rob's in. Evening, all gents. Evening, Rob's. Stuart Scale Models. Good evening, Paul and everyone. Sorry to hear of Sam leaving and wish him well. Yeah, as we all do as well. Brian Windmill is in. Hello, evening, Brian. Daryl Masters is ruining his tomatoes. That's what the weather is doing. Yep. Sure rain's not good for tomatoes. Okay. Harry Marrick, Lol Darrell, Simon Reed. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Simon. Scaly Models saying hello to Simon. Robert Smith, St. Louis, Missouri. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Ronald De Bruin, good evening. 3 weeks off, so some time to watch you lot again.
All right.
Evening, Ronald.
I don't think we're going to be on for 3 weeks.
3 hours, maybe.
Maybe tomorrow.
Well, the way the chat is going, it might very well be.
Yeah, it's a bit of a catch up. Yeah,
Wow.
Gary Pashley, and they moaned at poor Jim for reading every single comment.
He did. Absolutely castigated him.
Brian Windmill, hello, girly Luke Ward. Okay,
Ooh,
that's fighting talk. That is.
We told him
Yeah.
last night you can go and see it.
Right stuff.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Joe Bagshaw, modeler in a shed. Is that a Tamiya Focus you're working on? I've been after that for years.
Yeah,
Tamiya one, is it?
it certainly is.
Okay. Gaz Vickers, what happened to Sam? Watched last week.
Yeah,
what's-
watch about half an hour from the end of last week's show.
Simon Reed, hi Mike. Bob the Fish, hello peeps. Hey Bob
Hello.
the Fish.
Oh, fish.
Whoa.
Darren Masters answering someone else. Brian Windmill, go on and report me.
You're on the report, mister.
Yeah, okay.
that can be done. There we go. Report, Brian.
Gary Pashley calling me Fat Bretland. How very dare you?
Oh, he dare. He dare.
Technically, I wasn't calling you. You already know you are. I was telling you. But I can get away with that because I'm fat too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, come on. I'm nearly there. So come on, Daryl.
Me
I'll
too.
report you, Brian.
Hey,
Too many authorities to list. Plastic Monkey, evening guys, evening Plastic Monkey. Joe Bagshaw, Jim, do a Yorkshire accent. No, don't, Jim. Please.
E by his shite.
Yeah.
Give that a whirl, Jim. E by as shite.
Like a shite?
E by his shite.
Yeah, what you said. You like a shite?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. You should do that professionally.
Oh, yeah.
Matt 58, hello everyone. Hey Matt 58. Colin answering Joe Bagshaw. He's slacking, need to pull his finger out. Oh, our matron, indeed. Paul Christopher, hello modelers one and all. Hello Paul. Dave Allen, evening all. Evening Dave.
Oh,
Auntie Pakela, and if my hellos were missed, good evening gurus from Finland. Indeed, I did miss yours in my chat, but we caught back up with it. Totally Scale Models, well done Dan. I've been back on the diet since middle of June and lost 2 stone so far, just another 5 to go.
good going.
Good
Okay.
going.
That is good
That's
going, buddy.
impressive.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've lost and then put it all back on again. Try and lose it again. So,
Well, I've done roughly the same sort of thing.
mm.
Yeah. But mine's been like 22 years apart. So, yeah.
Yeah. Robert Judson, good evening, guys. Simon Reed, just watched someone drive their car into a barrier and bend a scaffolding pole in half.
That must have
Video
been at some
evidence-
speed then.
Ronald De Bruin, does UMP retail send to Europe again, or are we still banned?
We've been sending for ages, Ronald. Like 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ages, mate. Ages and ages and ages. We went back to normal quite soon.
And on my screen, we are caught up, and thank you, Norm.
Yep.
We're caught
Oh,
up.
that was a good one, Dan. That was a marathon.
Yeah, well done.
It was, yeah. Yeah, no pressure.
Quite impressed with your stamina.
Yeah.
It's been said.
I'm sure half of it sounded like Alan myself. I'm really sure about that.
Right then, what should we do first? Who looks the busiest? Simon,
Yes, Paul.
who looks the busiest?
I do.
Okay.
No, I don't mind, mate. I'm just.
Mr. McNeish,
yeah.
let's do questions for the crew.
Okay. I will just.
And then saddle up, Sean. You're getting probed soon.
Oh. Standard Friday night.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Mini milk at the ready.
Okay. First question's from Donald Masters, who says, general question. I don't know him. Anyway, I've been looking for a PE seatbelt harness and buckles, 124 to be exact, and Hero Boy seems to be constantly out of stock. I've looked on eBay, but I'm unsure of all the sellers. Could someone point me in way of other reliable sources, please? Thanks in advance.
If you go to my list of products and all the videos, there's a Studio 27 set in there. I don't think there's any actual physical link to them because they go in and stock everywhere. But you can get the number of the Studio 27 stock number and then just search for it and see where it's got it in stock.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's the best one.
I agree. However, if you've got your own material, which you can easily get off eBay, Mr. Model, which Hero Boy do sell, you're safe buying directly from them in Brazil. I've had 2 or 3 orders from them come through. It's no problem.
There you go.
And they do
Another
the
bit,
individual bits.
Is Car Model Kit, Polish company.
But
they
they're 2 mil belts.
Are they?
Yeah. So I think they're a little bit thin for cars. I think you need the 3 mils.
Right.
But obviously that's up to you to decide which one
Yeah.
you prefer. But yeah, KA models, there's one, don't they? Is that what you're talking about? KA models?
No, Car Model Kit.
Oh, okay. And which one do they sell?
I'm not sure. They sell loads of random.
Oh,
aftermarket.
okay. Sorry, mate. I misheard you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
car model kit. Yeah, over in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I think it's Poland.
Poland, yeah, have a look over there.
You still do your your ribbon seatbelts, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking the other day about if somebody did a decal for them, how Sparco type things and whatever. You could rip off some decals and stick them on your ribbon.
That's what I do.
Here you go.
So I've always done that. Yeah, you normally get decals with the kit. Decal seatbelts, normally cut them out and put them on, or you get them in some of the sets as well.
All right.
So,
I think Hobby Design do packs of seatbelt decals in different scales as well.
There you
Good
go.
selection in.
Ronald's in chat there asking, Al, have you got a cob on? You're looking very serious. That's how Al always looks.
What?
Get up if you make a noise.
Just chilling out. Anyway, Donald's got another question. He says, Al, have you ordered any of those Red Fox 3D cockpit decals yet? He's got the Tamiya Grumman F14D Tomcat on order to gently slip in the box. Would the car team like to see a car dashboard and central control panel variants in the same way?
Not bad idea.
Well, I'll answer the first bit. No, I haven't got any of the 3D cockpit decals yet, but watch this space.
Well, what's happening?
That center console would be good for a lot of the cars because there's quite a lot of detail in the center consoles. Again, perhaps the dashboards as well, depending. Do they have like the clear circles? I'm not actually seeing any close up. I know Jim's used them in the past. So the actual dials, Jim, do they have like a clear glass effect over the actual dials?
On the Quinta, yes, they do.
Yeah. So yeah, they probably would be quite good.
Yeah. You can tell that they've tried to replicate the clear, but it probably wouldn't hurt to come in with a dab of clear on top of them just to make it pop out.
Oh, I think they'd be good for cars.
Sean's gonna watch the chassis and scale productions of seatbelt set they do. That's right. I forgot about that one. Well done, Sean. Yeah, you don't get many in there though for the money, whereas it's the Studio 27 set, you get a lot in there for the money. But yeah, good shout.
Yeah, there seems to be sort of 2 ranges of these 3D cockpit decals. There's actual 3D printed ones, and there's the decal type ones that are still 3D printed, but they're slide off water slide type decal stuff. So any fors and against of each one, Jim? You any idea?
Thanks, Jim.
So apart from maybe the water slide decals will be more. You could probably get them onto the contours better, could you?
Well, the only thing is if you're trying to slide the decal over the contours, fine, and then you soften them with your solution, then you cross your fingers and hope they set perfectly in place, and that can be a bugger.
Yeah.
A bogey.
Yeah, bogey. Anyway, that's all from Daryl this week, thankfully. Andy Carlos is up next, who asks, when spraying Mr. Hobby's super metallics, can they be sprayed neat or do they need to be thinned? If so, with what? Do they need to be treated differently if switching between 0.3 and 0.2 needle nozzles?
If you watch my B&W video, part 1, I show them being sprayed on the wheels somewhere in there. Thin them at least 50% with the rapid thinner if you can, Mr. Hobby. In my experience, I like to put 2 needle myself, but that's a personal choice. That's it. Spray them on. Nice thin coats. Build it up. Pretty straightforward to use.
Yeah.
I say they thin like any other lacquer paint, don't they, Paul?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but they do prefer. I think they prefer the rapid thinner themselves.
oh, definitely, yeah, because you want it to dry up pretty quick. So
yeah, the theory is that the paint dries before the pigment sinks, so you get a more metallic pigment on the surface. Whether that's true, might be a lot of old codswallop for all I know, but yeah, I use it, and I literally just sprayed the exhaust on the Beamer today, and it looks phenomenal.
How long would you leave between coats? To let the previous coat dry.
A minute, couple of minutes.
Yeah, just a few minutes.
If you put it on really thick, it just take a while to dry.
Yeah.
But just do thin coats.
Yes, I don't normally leave more than a minute. I mean, very rarely I leave more than a minute, I say, but I do put thin coats on and let it flashes off pretty quick with the rapid thinner as well.
Yeah. That's normally, I've normally got like a batch set of parts to do, so I'll pick a different, type of paint. So if I'm doing metallics, I'll put that brush down and switch to a solid color one and then come back. So by the time I've gone around them all, they're well and truly dried.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's everything, that's all the questions this week.
All righty.
Joe's got one in the chat. He's saying his dad is missing the cockpit for his 132 Tamiya Mosquito. What's the likelihood of him losing it versus it not being included in the kit? Very rare a Tamiya kit's missing anything. I can't remember any time I've ever got a Tamiya kit missed anything.
The only possibility replacing it would be the resin. There's a resin one out.
No. He's in the UK. If you contact Hobbyco, which is UK importer distributor of Tamiya, have your instructions to hand, have the part number, the sprues, and any decals are required, which you should have. You've still got the decals, and ask for parts. Ring up, ask for parts, and go through to a very nice guy who, if they've got them in stock, will give you a price there and then, and if not, they'll order from Japan for you. So that's what I do. Get the original.
And it's not as simple as a case, at least over here in the US, and I'm assuming UK would be identical, is when you contact them to get parts and you say, they ask you for a number, it's not a part number on a sprue. Each sprue tree has a 4 or 5 digit number.
Oh yeah, you're buying the sprue. Yeah,
you have to buy.
I said, if you go to the back of the book,
right,
find the sprue, give them the sprue number. Yeah, you buy, even if you want one part, you're buying the sprue.
Yeah, so you look at that page with all the pictures of all the sprues, and then down into the
you don't get that.
Each sprue.
You don't get a diagram of the sprues with Tamiya kits. So you've got to look for what sprue it is. You get the number off that way.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, they're all letter coded. So
yeah, they're letter coded. There's no visual sprue layout with Tamiya kits.
Yeah. So if it's part D10, it's on sprue D, and there'll be a part number for sprue D.
It'll be like a 6 to 7 digit number, whatever it is. Just to make things awkward. But ring them. They're very good, Joe. It's not going to be cheap. If it's a single sprue, you'd be looking about 20 odd quid. If it's a couple of sprues, well, yeah, it's right then. But just explain. You think it was missing? That's what I do. I mean, I can't think of a single Tamiya kit that I bought new that's been missing anything. Has anybody else ever had one?
No, never.
So,
unfortunately, the clear parts are the canopies are the ones that people replace. I think the most because
Mishaps.
like me, they screw them up.
Yeah.
No.
Easily. Oh yeah.
I believe her.
Telling you.
You lie.
I don't. I open the box. I screw things up. So there you go.
Just stop doing that.
Stop opening the box. Oh. Good theory. Anybody want to buy some kits? Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's everybody, if nobody's got any other questions.
I got this rash. Keeps coming back.
E45 cream, mate. You know.
Laura.
I tried eating the E45 cream. Just get made my poo look funny.
Yeah, Flora, mate, is what you need, Flora.
Ah.
E45 on toast.
Yeah. Cool. Nice one, Al.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job.
Cool.
Ah. Quarter.
Where's the blast for a pass? Key Mark, even in all. Hey,
Oh my God, Gee.
Okay, Mark.
So real quick, go back to Joe's question on the parts. So that's what you're looking for. Somewhere in the instructions, my Eagle happens to have parts call out, but
it's an old kit, isn't it? That's right.
yeah, it is. So parts code down there in the bottom, you should see it gives all the different number. Then that's the number they're going to be wanting. The parts code for the different sprues and things like that. So should be somewhere in the instructions.
Gary's made a point there. Did he buy it off Amazon?
That's the thing. You never know what's happened. That's right. Always best. You get a new kit, go for the box, check it's all there. Isn't that right, Alan?
Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, every kit I get, ish, I go through and check it's all there.
Yeah.
I am the world's worst. I just stick it on the shelf. I never look. It's only bitten me once so far, though, hasn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
No.
I saved you on that one, so you're all good.
Yeah.
I think. Right then. Si?
Yeah.
What do you all be?
You can do, buddy. Can do. Hopefully we're all ready to go this time. We are collecting.
He got it from Wonderland Models, so yeah, okay.
Well, I'm surprised I didn't start.
What?
Ooh.
I think Callis is asking, saying you guys keep recommending Flora. Does anyone have a number?
Ba-dum-bum. Right, okay. First up is myself. I managed to get another Ford GT, which I'm going to do in a different scheme from Bertland Models. Very good place, quite good service. Very prompt on delivery. And I also got a few detailing bits and some window stickers for a BMW M6 GT3. Thank you, Paul.
Did you check the box, make sure everything was in there?
Hey, yeah, no, it's all in there, Al. And I also got some more detailing bits for 112 kits, particularly one I'm working on at the moment. So all good stuff. Variation of top studio and Dakar stuff.
And yeah.
Oh, dogs are barking at stupid animals.
No, that was.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to play this silly game again.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Mr. Brian Windmill, who bought this last Friday, but it was too late. I was too late to post it. The Adeptus Mechanicus Iron Strider from Warhammer and some paints to go with it. Very nice.
Cool.
I like to look at that.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
You got a video build it, Brian.
It'd be look good to see Brian do a video.
Sure, he said on the stream last night, didn't he, Luke? He was going to video build.
there. I think he did.
I heard that too.
You did.
Just Ben, they'd be lucky.
Look forward to seeing that, Brian. Good. Next up, we have Julian Gary Davis, who got himself a 1/48 Edward, and that's an F14, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Simon.
Jolly
Hey.
Rogers.
Hey, I've got one. Don't forget.
Well, you got that one.
No.
Oh.
Nice. Mine's
If
a
you
lot
get-
smaller.
If you can get one, get the Tamiya kit.
And my one's a lot smaller and it's a lot oranger.
That's what she said.
And that's why I went to see the doctor today. Julian also got himself a Avro Lancaster Mark 1 from Tamiya. Very nice indeed. And I think that was 1/48. You just see it in the top.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
corner
it
there.
does. Yeah.
Thank you, chaps.
That's a big birdie.
Big
Yeah,
bird.
it's going to be huge when it's built up. And next up, we have Mr. Ian Douthwaite, who got himself a phantasmal funerary carriage of the underworld from Citadel.
Oh,
That looks really
that's
pretty
different,
cool,
isn't it?
actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the coffin as well.
So the Night Hunt Haunt black coach, an early birthday present from his son,
I
as he
don't.
drags me near the edge of the Warhammer hole.
That's going to be mental to
That
pay
looks
for.
pretty cool, doesn't it? I look forward to seeing that one made up. And next up, get those dogs to pedal faster.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh,
Next up, this chap. I'm not even going to try and butcher your first name, Mr.
Go
Ember.
on, have a bash.
Jesus. Had a nice birthday gift.
Yes.
His first bike to build, which is the Tami Yami XV 1000
Cool.
Virago. Very nice indeed.
Nice.
Of course.
Tummy yummy.
Nice kit those. Next up, we've got a madman who for hang on, what's going on
We've
there?
seen him.
Yeah, we have. Not that madman.
Oh, what are you doing?
No, it's just messing around now.
Oh, God.
We've got another madman, a really, really madman, who bought himself an Jaguar XJ220 124. Now, a beautiful car, but Italeri.
Well, I'm a glutton for punishment.
You've got to show us what's in the box at some point, Dan, on that one.
He's a real modeler. That's what he is.
Yeah, I love the
He's not
challenge.
an assembler.
Yeah.
He loves the challenge, don't you, Dan?
I
Yeah,
reckon it'll get to the body and it'll be in flames.
I hope it goes together well, Dan. That's all I can say.
fingers crossed. I have a hammer.
Next up, we have Mr. Adam Challenger. Not bought a kit for a while, but won this on Fleabay for a cheeky low bid. He's got himself a Defender Israeli Air Force helicopter from Hasegawa. Very nice indeed.
All right.
Very cool.
Little bird.
I can fly them well on battlefield. Up
Uh,
in the air, sideways, straight to the ground.
Hmm.
Did really well the other night.
Next up, we have Mr. Question himself, Darrell Masters. Just one purchase for him this week, the Ford Mustang GT4 in 124 from Tamiya. Very nice, Darrell.
You have to call Daryl the Riddler.
Uh-huh.
Barry could be the Penguin.
Oh, ouch. Next up, we have John Stone. I think I know what's next then. Huh?
What is it?
Got himself an AFV Club 135th IDF M10 9A2 Doer. Very
I'll
nice.
tell him. Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
Big weapon.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Bit of box art as well.
Yeah, every club box art is cool.
We then have Mr. Hugh Gordon, who's got himself a 1/48th English Electric Canberra PR9 from Airfix. Very nice, Gordon. Hugh.
Not bad
Even
kit.
bargain. Very good.
It's been not bad kit, is it?
Yeah.
You built them now.
Yeah, it's my paint mule because I opened the Bombay doors and then they wouldn't fit. and
All the
then-
mix fell out.
Yeah, just anyway, it's a tragedy. I'm over it now.
Next up, we have Mr. Glenn Snyder, who got a small order from Gravity Spain. As always, great service. 3 days from Spain to his door in the Chicago area. Very good indeed.
Wow.
Nice selection of colours and buffing wheels and all sorts there. Nice one. Glenn also got himself some accessories from Decalcas, Model Factory Hero, Scale Production, and Profil 24.
What's he got there? Then he's got some wheels for
wheels, yeah.
like
GT40 ones, are they?
or
I would have said they're more like an old style Porsche 917, 972, something like that. I don't know.
Go in a car.
Yeah, definitely.
Round.
We got that. All right, we solved it then. Okay.
In
Next
the
up,
chat, tell us what they're for.
yeah, he will. Next up, Glenn got himself the new BMW M3E30 Autotech with detail up parts.
Nice.
And decals from Decalcas to build the Tic Tac Talbot team car. Very nice indeed. And he's also got a Fujimi 124 Ferrari 330 P4 with decals from Reggie to build the Piper Stiffert car.
Nice.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the for Fiat a Bath 131.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam's in the chat. Hello, Sam.
Oh, hey, Sam.
Yes, Sam.
Oh, hey, little bro.
Oh, and Brian says you should be lucky it's going back in the box. Oh, great. I can test about that every single night.
Next up, Glenn also got himself the Fujimi 120th McLaren MP4 5 and a Hasegawa 124 Toyota Corolla WRC from Safari Rally Kenya in '98. Very nice. Nice little haul this week there, Glenn.
Nice haul.
Yep. And next up, we have Mr. Dan Edmonds, who got a few bits and pieces for his current Porsche build. Some new wheels, some brake logos, and some windscreen masks. Very nice.
Wheels look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come back to those wheels.
Hang on, this might go wrong. Yeah, it will.
Simon's broken it.
I looked away just as you can. What were they for? Look like Porsche wheels.
They were for the
That's the 19-inch Messers wheels they were.
Yeah.
Where were they from?
Watch it play
Hang
back on
hang
YouTube.
Give me a minute.
Oh yeah, I thought of
Let's just get
Scale
hold of it now.
Production.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, Paul.
that. Oh, yeah,
Scale-
they're nice, aren't they?
yeah, they do look quite nice.
Oh, very nice. Oh, they're behind on the feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, where we get to Dan Edmonds. Next up, we have Shane Wright, who got this in the post today. One on an auction site here in New Zealand, a 1/48th Hasegawa FA18D Hornet from Edward. Sorry, a PE set from Edward, and Maestro models, air intake, both for the Hornet. Very nice indeed.
Very nice.
Lovely.
I like it a lot.
A lot.
I like it a lot.
Little pumping high haircut of week.
Oh, now it's going slow. Chug, 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 chug. Just need to get to Jim and we're safe. It's the first time you ever heard that, Adrian.
Yeah.
Next up, we get Mr. Sean White, who got himself a Fujimi X-Style F1 car.
There you go, Dan.
Not sure about that, but it might be fun.
Oh, look, it's my background.
I will pay whoever who owns that.
Sean White.
I'll donate you £10 to burn it.
Sean also got, he's been away all week and just got back in time to open a parcel from Scale Productions. Picked up one of their photo backdrops, which is the one you've got, Paul.
Yeah.
A full range of flocks, HT lead wires, harness PE set. So there you go. There's another place for harness PE stuff, and an E30 M3 resin engine kit.
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
How many pages you got open, Simon?
I know I should have closed a couple beforehand. I'll do it in a sec if it carries on.
How many pages haven't you got open?
I was going to say, he's got the entire internet open, I think.
No,
what the hell's Pornhub?
I don't know, mate.
Red what?
I was going to say, what's RedTube, Si?
Grinder?
Yeah.
You must kill her.
Oh, lamp lovers. Oh, there's a lamp there.
There you go.
Next up, moving swiftly on before we get to that.
Amanda who?
We have Carl Roberts, who I've managed to get himself a new work lamp so I can see what he's messing up now. Nice one.
Yeah.
Good light.
Good lamps.
Yeah.
They are. Carl also got himself a 1/24 Mitsubishi Pajero from Tamiya.
Wow, that's a rare one.
Yeah, I haven't never seen that.
Nice one, Carl. Couple of
You'll
nice
not see many on road though neither, because they're rock boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Have one, never have another.
Is that because they don't seal the underbody?
That and the crap.
That good.
I nearly said a wrong thing then, and we need to move along swiftly.
Next up, we have Mr. Gary Ride the Wind, who waiting for him this week after a trip were these two eBay finds. Firstly, the Revel 1/16 F40. That is going to be a big kit.
I like that.
And a Fujimi Koenig Testarossa. Now, I prefer that.
nice. What was one before? What was the kit before?
Revel 1/16 F40.
Oh yeah,
Revel F40.
That's the
Same kit, isn't it?
Yeah, Fujimi kit. Yeah. Well, it's not the same because the other one's Testarossa.
I like that Testarossa better.
No, but you know what I mean. Same as the Fujimi kit. It's
I've got that Testarossa. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice kit. Nice looking car, I mean, sorry.
The Koenig one's a bit different.
Yeah. Next up, we have Dave Hardy. Dave got Airfix's new 1/48 de Havilland Chipmunk. Can't wait to build this one. A proper trip down memory lane. Very nice indeed. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
And next up, we have our very own Mr. Alan Parker, who got a few bits and bobs this week. First up, he got himself another Porsche 935K2 from VMAX in 1/24.
Enjoying it that much?
He also got some masking decals to the windows on that, and a brake disc set. I'm guessing that is his Paul.
No, it's just a hub nuts for the Mercedes C9.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Very nice indeed. And he also got himself some color chips paints, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry, those are your chart things, aren't they?
Yeah,
And
chart, yeah, spray out cards, yeah.
Calories. Yeah, sorry. Brain in gear.
And another set of decals for the K9.
That looked good. You're going to build it back to back?
No.
Oh, come on.
He's only got it just in case he messes parts up.
Interesting.
Yeah, I heard that, Paul.
Next up, we have Chris Pilling, delivery of splash paints for a few upcoming builds. Never used them before, but heard good things about them. Nice selection there.
Very hot. Be careful, Chris.
Yeah, be sprayed lightly.
Check the colours as well. They've been known for their colour matching to be a bit iffy.
Yeah.
There's a reason I use Gravity.
Like that does not look like golf blue to me, but
No, it looks a bit.
No, it looks too dark.
It's Miami blue, that is, anyway.
yeah, but
I'll be why then.
golf colours, I don't know. And a few decal sets for future builds. SK decals, Haribo decals for the Tamiya AMG GT3, M&M and golf details for model work. That's why I thought that might be the. I know it says Miami blue, but I wouldn't use that or that for the golf.
No.
Or the fluorescent.
Yeah, just be careful of those colours, Chris. Test them first.
Yeah.
I've been known to get them wrong.
And if they are for
I'm not a fan of them myself.
yeah, if they are for the golf scheme, Chris, you might want to check them out again, mate.
We'll show you. Check them out.
Yes, spoons first. Next up, we got to the right point. Next up, we have Mr. Jim Clark, who's fallen down a massive rabbit hole and got himself a good deal on this Warhammer Imperial Knight. Seams and tripped into a small rabbit hole. I'd say it's a big rabbit hole, mate.
I thought he says rabbit hole.
It's made to the front of the line, putting his YZR M1 back a bit.
Yeah.
That is a nice looking beast. So
Sorting out how I want to light it right now.
yeah. Very nice.
Like a thinner.
Are you liking those sprue attachment points, Paul?
Absolute pain in the ass.
They're huge.
Really put me off building it. They're an absolute nightmare. The cleanup is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Next up, we've got Ben DeVizio, who only got 2 this week. First up was Tamiya's 112th Brabham BT44B. Looks beast of a kit, so should be fun. We'll be leaving this one for the winter.
Look at that back end.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Wheels and
Yeah,
monster.
looks like the original box in that one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Who got that? Oh, Ben.
Ben.
Ben,
Yeah.
And
It's about to
he
be
also
re-released,
got
that one, isn't it?
himself a Tamiya mug as well. Heat activated, so you can
Oh,
see.
I've got one of them.
That's cool.
I got one of them. I forgot I had that.
Good fun, yeah. Next up, we have Antipacala. First, some frill tracks for Merkava 4M.
Merkava.
Merkava.
Merkava 4M and quick wheel mask for the same beast. Very nice indeed. Second, PE grills for a Tiger in 135th. Very nice from Aber.
Yeah.
And last, ooh, that was weird. Some flexible masking tape from Tamiya Model Magazine subscription and some squeezy thingies from a local car part shop. Very nice indeed.
Hang on. So from a Tamiya Model Magazine subscription, they give you
I
a
know.
non-Tamiya masking tape.
Yeah,
Fair play.
that's going on that. Right, next up, we've got Aaron Timpson with some Studio 27 carbon decals for the Fujimi FW16. Very
I've
nice
seen
indeed.
those, Si. Can I
Hey?
just mention something? If
Yeah,
anybody out there happens to have a set of the Studio 27 carbon decals for the 120th MP45B, it'd be brilliant if you could drop me a PM, please.
yep, that's Alan Parker with carbon decals for the MP45B. It's for a very special build as well.
Yeah. Can I just say for the record that Simon and Alan are both a pair of gits.
Why?
They know why.
Why? No, you need to explain to the viewers in viewerland why.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. There you go. 4. You know
Aaron
what?
also got some bits from UMP Retail. That's umpretail.com. Design knife and some Tamiya masking tapes. Very nice.
Oh, well, I remember we got some Bandai kits in stock as well.
Ooh.
Star Wars.
Look. Oh, I could have waited. Next up, Andy Callis, the Bretland Effect. Great ideas or really cool products that you have to have. After seeing Paul use the Model Air Silver for so many details, he had to have some. Likewise, after seeing Paul use the elusive Next Plate Silver. And for wheels in his video, he had to track some down. It finally arrived via a very slow Chinese junk, but he finally has some model on. Very nice.
Yeah, it's lovely colour.
I think there's some on its way to us as well. And last but not very least, we have Mr. Adam Smith. Hello, everyone. Couple of kits came this week. First, the 24th scale Tamiya 911 GT3. Very nice.
Such a good kit. Such a phenomenal kit to build.
Lovely car.
Absolutely lovely, simple kit.
Cool.
Yep.
Not that many of them about either, Paul. They're pretty rare to find.
Absolutely brilliant, that kit.
And last but not least, Adam got a 12th scale Yami YZF-R1. Thanks for looking, everyone, and have a great weekend. Nice one, Adam.
All righty.
That, folks, is it this week.
Yibbity-yibbity.
Yeah. Thank you, mother for rabbits.
Yeah, thank you for the. You know that one down, yeah.
Hey.
And his name was Rex Hunt.
Rex Hunt.
Yeah. Yibbity-yibbity.
I may have a chain available for that R1 soon.
Ooh.
Ooh. Interesting.
Fancy.
Fancy boy.
Oh, I built some vampire count skeletons and skeleton horses. Don't remember what they were called. The blue thing, hell, Shrugus and a tiny fragile skeletons. A bit of awful. Yeah, this is a lot more cleanup than I anticipated, and it is very quickly sapping the fun out of the build.
And you wanted to say a different F word then?
I've built a few Warhammers, and they build up quite quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, something of this size doesn't, and this is getting tedious. I made a decision last week because I worked it out.
Sure.
And can we bother building it? So I thought I'll leave it for when I'm live because I can sit here and paint and everything with it. But my BMW's under the bench screaming at me, build me. And it is taking a lot of self-control to not think I'm bored of this already. Everything's got a seam line on it.
Yeah.
Works to self-control. Just do
So
it.
you know that other kit we were talking about earlier, Paul? Sell it.
What other kit?
The GT.
Oh yeah, that's going, mate. Yeah. 100%.
That's got a seam line on every single bit.
Yeah, I don't mind that because on cars you're doing them in subsections.
Yeah, but
This is like the equivalent to building a mini arc kit.
Oh.
For those who have built armor mini arc kits, you'll know how tedious that gets.
Oh my god.
Because it's all built as one.
Well, I did half of one.
I cut a few parts off the sprue and then thought stop that.
Yeah.
This is I don't want them to paint, I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, it's just getting out of that tedious bit that's
So I'm just going to pick at it while we're live because, like I said, I can just sit there. You'll know what it's like when we're live. We do tedious stuff like this. It tends to go quite quick.
yeah.
But I just want to crack on with Beamer because I'm nearly ready for part 2
Oh.
of that. That'll be finished next week. And then I'm going to pick a nice build. I might even put my big boy pants on and do a big build with Alan. Oh, you got nothing American, have you, Al? Today you're doing the car you're talking about today.
I don't know. American. What have I got American? What's big?
Big scale.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, I nearly said something then.
Don't think you got it. Yeah, not that I know of.
Don't think I have actually. No, not.
Got a cheap GT40 going.
I have got one of those. So I'll give that a miss. Thank you.
Would you build another one?
No. Oh, but saying that, mind you, the one that Simon's building, the parts seem to fit a little better on his one. Certainly the windscreen and stuff seems to fit, doesn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, the windscreen's fine on that. If anything, it just needs a little bit more filing on it because I didn't cut all the burrs off properly, but because I didn't want to rush it.
Yeah.
I have got in my stash, I've got a Foose Camaro 69 Z28 in 112.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's quiet.
I always wanted one of the, is it the new Mustangs? I think, is it Revell do the?
Yeah, they were dirt cheap for ages. Now they're stupid.
Yeah. You try and find one now. They're like,
the downside to that kit is it's just the 24 scale kit scaled up.
Yeah.
So the details are a bit soft. See, I've got that beautiful Mac 12 upstairs, Mac 1.
Yeah.
But I'm also considering the Porsche that you were talking about, Alan.
Yes.
But I've not got that one, but I do have another Porsche. You'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. Big scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if we're bothered with that in depth of build at the minute. But I'm enjoying my bigger builds at the minute as well. So
I've also got the 910C as well.
Oh yeah.
Another,
whenever I say, "Oh yeah," that means I'm pretending to know what you're talking about.
The Porsche 910 Le Mans car.
Oh yeah.
And then we say, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
That's nice.
Looks a bit like the Ferrari 330 P4.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That'd be cool.
I'm just looking there what Brian was on about as well. He's right, they're not on the site as yet.
Wow. No, that's before when I said we've got them in stock. They'll be up on the site soon. Is this not on? I did say earlier, I might have said it quite earlier, but I did say they're not on the site yet. They will be soon. Over the weekend, I think.
There you go. Patience, Brian, patience.
Can't do that, he's not a doctor.
Brian's going to buy a snow speeder and build it on live on the Friday night show.
Yeah, he announced that last night on my live stream.
Cool. So you're going to video build it?
Special slot for Brian to build it.
I've got to say as well that I've been live streaming over on Twitch gaming every day. It's quite refreshing to be actually myself on a stream, which, if you know me, is very sweary.
Oh,
and it is quite refreshing because I also got to call Brian a sex pest live on air, which was just brilliant.
Hey, excellent.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I could say stuff on there I can't say on it. Maybe you just said it then.
Did you?
Never proven. You're on there. That money was just messing his account. Yeah, so I've been enjoying that. I'm getting more and more viewers coming over to watch us play crap.
Yeah.
It's
Luke's on there with me. Luke's on there. Alan's thinking about giving it a whirl.
Yeah.
I thought it was too scared.
The game is installed now on the PC, apparently. It's only taken best part of the day to download.
Yeah, big file, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Should try that every 3 months when they update it and got a nice 60 gig file sat there waiting for you. Hello, Mrs. Dan. Dan, what's your wife's surname? Hello. Okay. Oh, what's Brian saying? Troll. That's very nice, Brian. Yeah, it's been nice sitting there having a chat with people and
swearing liberally.
Yeah, well, you know me, you know I swear a lot.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yep.
Shut the front door.
I do still have to watch my mouth on there a little bit.
You're not that bad on there, Paul, in all fairness, though.
No, but I swear more than on here.
Oh, you do, yes.
But yeah, it's good fun. Another avenue.
Well, the swear box has not been constructed on there yet, is it?
No, it won't be. It's another escape from the shitty world onto a shitty game that really frustrates the living crap out of you.
Just don't invite Roland to join, and you'll be okay.
That's why I don't play many games because, yeah.
Yeah, but when you win or have a good game, it is worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's when some 10-year-old can whoop your ass in like 3 seconds, and there's no you can do about it other than break your controller and rage quit.
No, I never get that wound
Not
up.
that I've ever done that. You understand? I've never.
I never get that wound up.
What? Yeah, I do.
Dan needs to go to anger management.
Do you know
management?
Yes, Joseph. yes, Joseph, that's on Twitch. If you go to my last bench update video, I think I've got a link down the bottom of it in there. I don't know if it's on all my videos now. I forget now. If you just look for Ferret Bueller, in fact, I grab a link in a minute. Unless somebody else can grab one who's got it to hand.
I'll sort it out.
Nice one, Alan. I'm on some afternoons in the UK from 1 till 3 sometimes. And then nearly every night I'm on from 7, 8 p.m. till 10, 11. Either on my own, with Luke, with a few other guys. And yeah, we have a good laugh. It's a complete calamity, but we have a good laugh.
Calamity is an understatement.
It is, yeah.
You have got to explain your avatar though, Luke.
Let's change it now.
Changed it.
Changed him.
Yeah, he was feeling some pestering from Brian, so yeah, played him with HR and changed it.
Well, I am now
a red face.
Alan.
Alan, yeah, where's he from? Oh my God, you had Hannah and Stitches last night with that.
I know.
I didn't get it because I don't watch it. Well, I do, but I don't know it that well.
Yeah, I didn't know she could hear, and all of a sudden I just heard her.
Neither could I, but I keep forgetting when your headset's not closed back. Soft foam, so she can hear you chatting. Yeah, no worries, Joseph. I think Alan's looking for a link.
Yeah, I am there.
I don't expect a lot. I have my moments.
It's quite good comedy value, though, I have to say.
Well, if it can go wrong, it'll go wrong.
And I'm not.
I like my solos narration because it's like I can foresee the future. If I run over there, this is going to happen. Oh, look, it happened.
I'll just put the Twitch link in there, Paul, if that's all right. It's,
yeah, of course.
You can find. There you go.
Don't know what's better, watching Paul die every 30 seconds or be using Brian just for fun of it. Bit of both. I have my moments on that game.
That's a good laugh.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yep. I'll hop on as well, Paul. I'll see when we catch. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. So you really Fridays and them go on. Well, sometimes go on after the show. But by the look of it, I don't think anyone's on tonight because no one's messages in that chat.
Yeah, no, I'm not on tonight.
Oh, you're not? Oh, thank God for that.
Hey.
Cheers, Al. Right. Right, Sean, you ready?
Oh, I was born ready.
Yeah. You ready, Norm?
Yep.
Cool. Get your timer on.
Hold on, I'll just change my camera.
Starting numbers now. Right, I'm going to hand you over to Norm. We're going to have a little bit of a Q&A with Mr. Sean Bradder, modeler in the shed or runner in the shed. He has many names. Or you in the bushes.
The police officer.
Or put that back and don't do it again.
Yeah. So a few questions off Norm. Have you got any questions? Pop them in the chat and we'll get to them at the end.
Maybe.
So yeah, over to you, Norm.
All right, bud. All right, Sean. How are you doing, bud?
Absolutely marvellous, mate. Yes, thank you.
It won't be after this, mate. Right.
Usually
we'll start off, mate. What age did you first get interested in modelling building?
Well, yeah, I think it's probably started.
And he's gone.
I think somebody got us a Matchbox Vulcan. Yeah. I was quite young then, and I think that was just sort of like glue bombed and sort of stuck together, and you know, it was what it was, and obviously it didn't fly very well, and it got destroyed sort of in the garden. And the later thing from that, I think, was my dad was into a lot of road rallying. Well, rallying anyway, but couldn't afford a proper car, so he used to do a lot of road rallies. So the family car was a 1000, and I think the nearest kit that my dad could get was a Mazda RX-7. So we got that. I wasn't particularly good at building it, but my dad sort of helped us with it and put it together. And yes, that was probably the first sort of model that I built. I've never seen the kit since, so I don't know who it was, or I just know it was sort of like a Savannah RX-7, pop-up lights. But again, when you sort of compare, particularly as a kid, used to getting die-cast models of stuff, you know, a plastic model car doesn't last that long, and it sort of got battered and lost sort of somewhere in the mist of time. So yeah, probably sort of like 9 or 10, you know, it was the usual dad and lad thing. And that was it really. The rest of it was just sort of, you know, always interested in building Lego kits, everything from sort of like the Technic stuff. And then, yeah, that was it for sort of like models until sort of got into radio control stuff at school. And then, of course, you end up going in the model shop looking for bits for them. And that leads into sort of other plastic kits and deciding that, oh, I'll have a go at building that. And yeah, so yeah, from that, I built a few Tamiya kits that I wish I'd kept a few of them. The old 205 T16. Peugeot, I built a General Lee Dodge Charger, which of course you can't, you know, they are out there, but they're daft money. Yeah, sort of had a go with them. And then obviously later years you discover cars and girls and booze and dance music, and yeah, it's sort of it ends, doesn't it?
Was it a slap together your first kit with tube glue in it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, it was one of these proper sort of like poly cement jobs that ends up everywhere, you know. Yeah, probably on the dog and everywhere else, but yeah. No, obviously, you know, thumbprints on the glass, you know, the full. Yeah, I even think it was painted. I think it was just out of the box and slapped together, proper glue bomb.
Were you proud of it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was all right. You know, it looked like it was supposed to look. Obviously, it doesn't look anything like it does on the box, because they never do they? Yeah, you know, it's just one of those. It's a tactile thing, isn't it? You know, and kind of. I think it's like it is with a lot of things. You know, that you sort of even now, you know, you start a kit and you don't really know how it's going to come out. You sort of have aspirations of, oh, it's going to look like this, and it's going to have this, and it's going to have that, but you don't necessarily know how to achieve it. And that comes later on, doesn't it?
Did you badger your dad to make another one to help, or?
I don't think I did, no. I think it was maybe, I think the intention was there, but yeah, he's not necessarily a modeler himself either, so, you know, it's one of those, like you see a shiny box kit, you see a nice bit of box art and think, oh yeah, that'll be great. It doesn't always work out that way, does it?
Did you try other like genres like aircraft and ships or stuff like that, or was it just I like cars?
It was just cars, you know, and it was everything from particularly sort of the stuff that I was building sort of in the teenage stuff. It was everything from sort of American classics, you know, sort of fox-bodied Mustangs, just whatever was shining in the model shop, really. Most of them were just sort of brush painted, you know, hairy stick job, and that was it, you know. And it sat on they got built, they ended up on the windowsill. My mum dusted them, the wing mirrors got broken off, the windscreen wipers went missing. The norm, really.
Did you get drawn into the thingy one, the battery operated kits that come out? Because Tamiya released a number of car kits that were battery operated.
I've got a couple, but not many. Not many. Like I say, some of the RC stuff, you know, sort of like the Hornet, the Vanquish, you know, quite a few of them, and sort of like the Willys Jeep, the Wild Willie, and I bought another one of them not that long since. Actually, I bought it last year, so that I sat on the shelf as a bit of nostalgia. So yeah, the RC stuff sort of came first, and then the sort of static models came later, really. And then, of course, discovered it again, 4 years ago. And yeah, here we are.
Did you, as in younger days, did you know of anybody else that did model building at school, or?
Not
was it something
really.
you kept quiet about?
Static stuff. Yeah, I mean, we had a little club doing the RC stuff, but I don't think anybody was doing sort of the, your static sort of models, really. Which is a shame, because I mean, then we had a really good model shop in town. We did have a family-owned, enthusiast-owned model shop that did absolutely everything. That did the full range from sort of like the helicopters through to, if you're into getting replica guns and all sorts. It was just shelves full of stuff. And like that went to the wayside a couple of years ago. That's sadly no longer there. Guess that's the internet, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of shops gone to the wall, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you continue up until your teens, or did you sort of change and do something else?
Yeah, I sort of built the stuff that interested me. I'm looking to see if I've actually still got the Mini up here. I think I probably tidied up since. There was a Mini Cooper that I did that was the Tamiya one. I think it was the 1960s Monte Carlo. But we had a Mini again as a kid. That we sort of like hand painted blue with a white roof, because everybody else in my dad's rallying club had a red one with a white roof. So I did basically a replica of that car. And we was going along, and my dad in particular was still heavily involved in motorsport, still is. And so he would take us along to events, to different rallies and stuff anyway. And so I would see cars and think, oh, I'll see if I can find a kit for that and I'll build it. Hence sort of the 205 T16. The Group B stuff was that sort of time. I mean, I was sort of 13 as Group B was sort of kicking off. Well, that was great. And you could get some reasonable kits of some of that stuff. So yeah, sort of teenage years, I sort of built the stuff that fired the imagination. Then of course you run out of kits, and it went into a few American bits and whatever I found that looked shiny and pretty.
Was it basically buying a number of kits, or buying the one, build it, buy another kit, build it, buy another kit, build it?
Buy one and build it. I mean, to be honest, I don't have that much of a stash now. I've got a few sort of kicking around, but most of the reasons that I have stuff kicking about on the shelf is because I bought a kit, and then I thought, yeah, that looks great, but I ain't got a clue how to. You find it daunting. The Andrews Heat for Hire Manta that I put on last week, I mean, that sat under here for the best part of 6 months. And that was that I bought the kit, I bought the paint for doing it in the scheme I wanted to do it, I bought the decals in that scheme and everything. But the idea of masking it to get sort of like the 5 bands, starting off with the blue to the red to the yellow to the white, and not getting sort of like a bleed through it, or that's still only really the second kit where I've masked off to do separate colours. So I think that works through a lot of things where you kind of, it's the procrastination, isn't it? It's the building the problem up and the spending more time thinking about it instead of just picking the thing up and getting on with it. So I think that's sort of, I've never really done the buying a stash of kits. It's been sort of, what's fired the imagination, and I've got it, and then in the case now it sits there while I figure out what I'm going to do with
it. Which came first, the airbrush or the rattle can for you?
Oh, rattle can. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've through various things never had lots of money to sort of throw away anything, because there's always something comes up, isn't there? And so I've always had crap cars. I've rallied a few, stuffed a few, So I'm a fairly adept user of a rattle can anyway, just to sort of patch things up and just bodge my way through it. So when I sort of started modelling, I mean, the first kit, well, let's say started modelling, when I revisited it again sort of 4 years ago, it was the Airfix Vulcan, and it was the XH588 that's based at Robin Hood Airport, which I'm sort of living under the approach flight path of it anyway. So that's a fairly regular. I used to follow that through on social media as to when it was going up or sort of coming down. So we go and visit the airport just so you could hear it, just for that. You know, although cars are kind of, you know, the mainstay of the interest, then just to hear a Vulcan go up or come down, just the noise is just incredible, isn't it?
It's something we'll hear again, I don't think.
Yeah. Sadly, this is just it, isn't it? And so the wife bought us that kit, the old Airfix kit, and that was done with the paints that were in the kit. No, these little sort of oil-filled sort of capsule things. It looks all right from here, 6 foot away. Yeah, so that's up there. I started building that 2 years first, and I started building it and sort of put it together, and then realized that the wings didn't fit. And going back to the automotive bodging, it ended up with some David's P38 car filler to fill the gaps in the wings. And then it was like, well, that's crap. So that got stuck sort of just on a shelf. And then, of course, it got rediscovered again. And you think, oh, yeah, well, I will give that a go, because that will be a cool thing to have. And it is pretty much 4 years ago since I built that. And yeah, here we are. The rattle cans have gone away, and we're back to ultimate apexes and, you know, little compressors and stuff. So yeah, you get there, even if you do start. You know. Is
it a kit, like, knowing what you know now, is it a kit you would like to revisit again and do it totally different?
It's a subject I'd revisit, maybe not the kit.
They brought new tooling one out, haven't they?
They have, yeah. I probably would give it a go. I'm a great believer in lost causes, so yeah, I'll probably give it a try at some point.
Right, like us.
Maybe so.
You got up through your teens. Did you take a total break from modelling altogether?
Oh yeah. It wasn't anything intentional. I think it is that sort of, you know, you sort of life kind of takes over, doesn't it? You know, you sort of end up sort of buying a house, and sort of you end up with DIY jobs to do and different things like that. And sort of, it's finding sort of like the time, isn't it? And the impetus, I think. I sort of, I don't know. I think it's sort of that you realise later on, or certainly I did, that there's something kind of missing. That the importance of sort of just taking that bit of time out, just having a little bit of time on your own, and just time wasting is the wrong way of putting it, but it is just that whole, just being able to switch off from work, from sort of family sort of things, just in your own space. I think we sort of need that.
We all do. Yeah, we all do. Definitely.
And more so than sort of just vegetating in front of the telly and watching soaps. You know, some people can do that. Not really my sort of scene.
Not mine either. You followed your dad in motorsports, did you?
Yeah, did yeah. He's still very, very heavily involved as a steward for the Motorsport Association. So he sort of gets to sort of visit events, and he deals with the licensing. And it's more sort of insurance led. It's to do with the licensing authority making sure that people that put events on make sure that it fits in with the blue book, with the rule book set out by Motorsport UK. And that's everything from spectator safety to the specification of gravel traps, rescue units, the fire extinguishers, the marshals, everything on that day. Now on each event, you've got within races, rallying, you've got a clerk of the course, and then you've got your stewards, and you have 2 club stewards, and you have 1 MSA steward. Now, I've done a few events as a club steward because it worked out fairly well that if you invited my dad, you ended up getting me free. So there was a degree of that. So yeah, I've done a bit of stewarding, a lot of marshalling, because I was dragged to rallies from sort of the age of 10 anyway. So from that, I mean, I'm sort of bordering on 50 now, and sort of I can remember the era of sort of Harry Vatanen in the Mark II Escorts, through to Malcolm Wilson in the 6R4s, through to Colin McRae just doing the Clubman events. And the same with Richard Burns before he was sort of World Rally Championship. Again, they were doing the smaller Clubman events sort of in the Yorkshire Forests. So those guys and those names I sort of grew up with anyway. And then from marshalling, I'd moved into rescue because I was working within the ambulance service anyway. Moved into rescue, spent quite a bit of time on rescue. I was the event secretary for the RAC rally for 2 years, but the RAC rally as it was, if you go back to the old sort of Lombard RAC rally, you had the bit where it was over sort of 5 days, and it would sort of start off, say, in Chester, and it would work its way around sort of the UK, finish off in sort of the killer stages in Scotland, and it was a proper sort of hairy ass man's event, you know. It was a proper and gradually it become very expensive for manufacturers to have anything to do with it. And whereas the RAC rally as it was started in Harrogate in 1990 and used a friend of mine's garage, and for 2 cars there were the 2 Mazda 323s, and there were 18 lorries backing up those 2 cars. Well, for manufacturers that's not sustainable. So it's ended up being a smaller event, and now effectively it's just based in Wales. It goes on for sort of 3 days, and that's it. But what you find is that the rest of the UK missed out on its rallying. It missed out on its hit of like the World Rally Championship, and we wanted that back. And the thing was that sort of like the Welsh government had put quite a bit of money into keeping it there because it was a great draw for tourism and great for Wales. So it was those days have gone because the manufacturers couldn't put the money in to support the cars. That era has disappeared, and you've just got to face that things move on. But that still doesn't alter the fact that we'd missed out on having our great rallies. And being awkward, and being northern, and being awkward, we decided to put it on ourselves. So we created the RAC rally, and that came about from a conversation with Roger Clark, well, Roger Clark's widow, because Roger was known as Albert to all his mates. And as you'll know, is it a BMAX kit? Or there is a Roger Clark Mark 1 Escort, isn't there? It's probably Bell kits. I think it's probably the Bell kits kit.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so it was known as Roger Albert Clark. So we decided to come up with the Roger Albert Clark Rally, or RAC for short. So we recreated the RAC Rally again, and only allowed 2-wheel drive cars in it, because 2-wheel drive cars are exciting. the Mitsubishi Evos, the Imprezas that are in sort of modern rallying, although they're now old rally cars, really quick, but not that entertaining. It's not as entertaining as a good Mark II Escort on full chat, on opposite lock, you know, proper driving. And instead of being 9 to 5 around a Welsh car park, as the current thing is, we've tried to get as many of the old stages going as possible. So so it's back to using Clumber, it's back to trying to using Kielder, and it's in the cars, it's in the Mark II Escorts with Lancia Stratos. You know, there's proper machinery out there again. But that, again, it's expensive to do, so we run it once every 2 years. And I'm quite happy to be sort of still involved with that in some way, shape or form, be it as a steward or on rescue or whatever, which is why predominantly I tend to build, you know, such as the Manta, you know, that sort of thing. But then saying that, I'm quite happy to build old buses and everything as well. So, yeah, I'll do a bit of everything.
There's another sport you got into. You like to don tight shorts and t-shirts and run away from debt collectors, don't you? How did you get into that one?
Yeah, the running bit as well. That's quite good. Again, that was something that I sort of just enjoy doing. I just enjoy being outside and doing a bit. Yeah, I think it's a bit like it is with the with some of the model kits. You know, that you sort of start these things and think, I don't really know if I can do this. You know, when you work at it and you perfect it, and yeah. So a bit like, I mean, you do a bit of cycling anyway, I think, don't you? So, you know.
Yeah, it's Batman on the bike now.
Well, yeah.
What about roundabouts?
Not far behind, mate.
So, come back to modern for you.
The older I get, the quicker I want to walk.
It's true. You come back to modern 4 years ago. Did you have to restart on everything and rebuy everything, or did you have a lot of stuff that you kept over from your childhood?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think somewhere that I've still got an original sort of the X19 Smoke Tamiya. Eyes of the old bottle against the new one. Yeah. So I think that was probably the only thing that I had left, but it was still good. It's quid. It says a lot for the quality of the paint, doesn't it?
I've still got about 200 tins of original humble.
Yeah. So yeah, I just sort of started. I had to go from scratch, and I discovered, obviously, sort of like international scale modeler. Sort of a few bits on the forums. No, you search the kit that you're building, don't you? You know, you sort of have a bit of a Google and see, and you find other build forums and other things. And that sort of like obviously led into watching the live shows, and you find other things. You know, you find that the way that you would normally, you know, you get your instruction book and you start at step 1 and then work your way through step 2, and then, well, it don't work out that way, does it? Because when you're sort of air pushing, and so you find that you've sort of like, hence why you end up clear coating over windows, you know, and stuff like that. I wonder why they all go foggy, and you know, that's hence the new sort of section with the what have I messed up this week, because we don't do it. Some of us are just better at hiding it than others.
I know. When you went back, was it modeling in the house with your family, or was it I've got a shed outside doing nothing? Or
shed. Yeah, it was the shed. I'd had a domestic reshuffle some years previous, and traded the wife in for a more reliable model, and in with the same package deal came sort of, you know, stepsons and what have you, and one of them smoked, and I wasn't smoking in the house, so he sort of what was the ex-wife's potting shed got repurposed into somewhere where he could disappear and have a fag. And then, of course, it ended up with a computer in it, and it ended up being turned into a bar.
Yeah, I know.
It ended up sort of like pallet wood and ended up being turned into a bar. It had the pumps and everything. I've made a proper job of it.
Yep.
And I started modelling in there. But you sort of like, you're perched on a bar stool, you know, with your Humbrol, your Airfix kit, you know, the old Airfix brushes and the little pots of paint, and just, yeah. But you don't know anything else, do you? Until you start searching on the internet and realizing that, oh, actually, you know, there's a different world out there. And it's one of those where you continue learning, and you continue with every kit, don't you?
You never stop. You never stop. Did you?
So,
were you scrolling through YouTube and everything, and everywhere you could?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's the bit, you know, you find some forums, particularly sort of from the Vulcan. I went on to building Lancaster, and you kind of do the, oh yeah, I really ought to see, you know, what colour should that be, you know, and then you're into the whole sort of rivet countery. And that kind of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
You know, there's a time and a place for it, and it's the same. It's the same sort of in the classic car brigade. There are some out there that, you know, if you turn up with a car and it's got to have the right tyres on it, but not only has it got to have the right tyres on it, but the D in Dunlop has got to be parallel with the tyre valve, you know, and that kind of, and it, no.
Yeah.
That's never been for me. And the same with, like you say, the rivet counting thing. It's just doesn't work. Not my scene. So that's a little bit off-putting. And then you kind of fall on the fact that you're building them for you.
Exactly right.
You know, the sat, you know, I mean, you do things different colours, or you do it sort of, you know, so that you're happy with it, so you're happy looking at it, and that's pretty much it, isn't it? You know, and that leads into, I mean, you know, there's a Vulcan, there's a Lancaster, there's a Shackleton, there's a Typhoon, there's a Harrier, there's, you know, because you just see these, and I'm fairly lucky in being in North Lincolnshire, where we're surrounded by old World War II airfields. You know, and sort of every time you went into Lincoln, you'd drive past. There used to be a Lancaster there as a gate guardian. You know, so I knew the shape of a Lancaster from as long as I can remember. Anyway, the Red Arrows are a fairly regular occurrence at the moment while they're at Scampton. Anyway. So I'm used to seeing them sort of flying over, and so even though you sort of brought up on motorsport, then yeah, the aircraft are still ticking over. They're still there, and there's still a few kits in there as well.
I'm the advocate. If you're building a kit and you're enjoying it, you're doing it right, and regardless of what it comes out like.
Yeah, this is just it, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's sort of. I mean, hats off to anybody that can do an absolutely perfect replica, but. What are you doing it for? You know, there's a place, isn't there? If you're doing sort of like shows and you're doing exhibitions and then that's great. But yeah, it's not. You know, don't take it too seriously.
Speaking of show, ever attended a model show?
Yeah. I came across to Telford. What would it be? 2 years ago? Is that last time it ran? No, since I can't remember. I think it's that long, yeah. And sort of met up with a few of the guys then. Came away with a few kits, but again, that's another revelation, isn't it? You know, that you've just got tables and tables and tables of these kits, and there's some that you sort of think, I'm not sure I would have spent the time building that, and then there's others, you know, where it's just absolutely, you think, I could never build that. I could never build something to that standard, but you do get there, don't you? You know.
Yeah, eventually, there's no set standard because, like I say, you get folks join the hobby and they look at people that, you know, top of them, they go, oh, I can't do it justice. I can't get to that stage. Well, he was that position one time. You just
Yeah,
work
I
at
think
it.
this is it. I think you kind of get to it's the doing it justice thing, isn't it?
Mm.
It's the buying the kit and then thinking, I really don't know if, I want to do it like this, but I'm not really sure if I can or I'm not, yeah. I think it's what I found again through running is you can constantly be looking at your watch and constantly, every time you get to this lamppost, every time you get to that white horse on top of that gate top, that, oh, I should be here in so many minutes. And I used to be able to run this in this time. But comparison just takes the joy out of it.
Exactly right.
Comparison's the thief of joy. You just do it for yourself and just do it for enjoyment purposes, and just be happy that you sat there filing away at a plastic kit, that you're trying to get the seam lines off it, and just take it for what it is.
Have you just lost my train of thought here. What was I going to say there? It's just gone blank. Have you ever been intimidated when you bought with the kit, or you're not really bothered about the amount of parts or instruction wise?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I say, with the Manta, that was sat there for long enough, with the paint on the shelf, trying to, and sort of like building up and the same with the 6R4 is the same, sort of like with that, because the masking is still new. And I suppose I'm still the same with 2K. That Paul will sort of like happily sort of with the 2K sort of the finish. I mean, on that BMW, in the lighting and everything, the finish is absolutely fantastic. But I really don't know. I've not broken my duck yet on 2K. Not sure yet.
I've used it on my head.
Yeah, well, not far behind, mate. Yeah, not a million miles behind. So it's got this fluorescent light on it. It's a bit of glare. Yeah. No, anyway.
Is there any part of model building that you like and dislike?
That I like. I like the finished product. I like having something on the shelf and thinking, yeah, that actually looks like the proper thing. The bits that I dislike, masking, sort of window rubbers, and oh god, I managed to peel off the masking when you're doing the what have I cocked up this week. I managed to peel off that if you can make it out. That doesn't really say about Tudor Webasto. It sort of says no, because it kind of peeled the lettering off when I put the masking tape off, and I should have detacked it on my head maybe. Yeah, there's every kit has its challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah, every single one.
The focus at the minute, I didn't manage to get it symmetrical across the back entirely, but I've managed to recover it, I think, and it'll just be facing the other way on the shelf. It is what it is, isn't it? I think, yeah, there are bits that you can't stand with it, and I fell down the 3D printing rabbit hole as well, thanks to Dan.
And the fish tank one.
And the fish tank one as well, yeah. And they're actually behaving for once. There's two that are normally fighting. Yeah, because that's just nice just to have the time in the cave and do. And the 3D printing bit, again, I've got the printer, but I've yet to get into the actual making, the actual drawing of stuff, and that's so yeah. There's other bits that still intimidate and frighten me, definitely.
When you come back to the hobby, were you surprised at the change that it's gone through?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things is probably the use of the internet as a tool, because sort of nothing like that was available. I mean, sort of, I would buy Street Machine magazine, and there'd be 2 pages in that was dedicated to customizing model kits, doing roof chops and stuff like that. And that's probably what led me into messing around with some of the kits, some of the American stuff that I was building as a teenager. But other than that, there really wasn't. that much available, whereas everything's out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, rightly or wrongly, just you know, the whole, you know, spraying your kits with polish, and you know, there's all sorts of sort of holes to fall down, isn't there? But yeah, certainly there's a vast difference from how it was, and that's in the quality of paint. Airbrushing, I think, would only have been for sort of like the elite, whereas I think now it's kind of available for, you know, a lot of people to use, isn't it?
Mm. Did you find that difficult to learn, to master?
Yeah, to a degree. Started off with a cheap Chinese job, as you do, and you kind of get used to that. And then I went for the Apex with the progressive needle. And of course, the first thing you do is sort of like, you know, you blob your paint in, and you do the same as you do with your Chinese one, and you open it up flat out, and you empty the pot in the best part of 2 seconds, and it's running down the model, and you think, yeah, that's progressive, all right. Yeah. I sort of messaged Paul and went, yeah, you're right about progressive needle. I could have sprayed it from the other side of the garage, but yeah. So yeah, you have a go, but again, the YouTube sort of tutorials are there, and you set to your bit of paper in your little spray booth, and you practice at doing different patterns and different things, and how far you move it away, and how far, and eventually you sort of get somewhere near. And the different paints react differently, you know.
It's a minefield, really, isn't it, if you don't really know?
Yeah. I mean, the first Zero paints that I used was like the Jägermeister orange on a 911, and then I discovered how the whole, oh yeah, that paint's a bit hot kind of thing. What do you mean it's hot? It's cold, it's in a flipping jar, how is it hot? And you realize, of course, when you've melted through to the plastic, that, oh yeah, that's what it means. Yeah. But saying that, I've used it. It was Zero paints that I've used on the Manta, and it was spot on. Now, whether that's a different formulation of the paint, or whether it's from me being more cautious with it, or you know,
or learning.
Yeah, absolutely, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Are you the sort of modeler that takes advice on board, or are you one of these? I have no fuel. Go. I've modeled for 30 years. You're not telling me what to do.
I'll always try to listen to somebody else, whether you like it or not. I mean, but one of the things that is useful to myself, I think, is the Hangouts. Because at least you kind of like you get the advice at the point where you've got the thing in your hand. That's useful, and you can sort of do the you can sort of do the whole you know, how the hell do I do this, and you'll get an answer rightly or wrongly. And I mean, occasionally somebody will say, just hang on a minute, are you doing what I think you're doing? You know, with, and yeah, I had it with there was the Celica, the Castrol, and that was the first time that I'd sort of built. Again, I'd followed the kits, I'd followed the instructions, but and then there was the, oh, how are you going to gloss it? If you got the windows in that, well, yeah, of course I've got the windows in, because that's what it tells me to do in the instructions, is put the windows in. It's like, well, you putting anything over the top of it? And what do you mean am I putting anything over the top of it? And you know, and by which point you're a fair way into a build.
Yeah,
you're a fair way in for someone to sort of say, what are you doing it like that? Yeah. So yeah, I'll try to listen to advice, even though sometimes you don't want to hear it. I'm too far in. I've invested too much time in this for somebody to tell me I've called it up. But the next model's better, isn't it? And the next one's better, and you know.
Yeah, and you're going to have disasters along the way. You just learn from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as I say, peeling off a decal, or you know.
Talk of the Hangouts, what possessed you to join us?
Well, it's just a way of moving forward, isn't it? And we're all sort of like-minded. We're all kind of in it for our own reasons, be it sort of therapeutic, or which I think it is. You know, this we get, there's too much pressure, isn't there? We're kind of, we're not made to have to sort of juggle so many things at one time, be it work, be it family, and then there's been other things sort of within the last 18 months. I'm not going to say which word it is. You know, there's been that many other things going on, isn't there? There's a lot for a person to take on. And I think just time spent just doing something that's, in the grand scheme of things, not that important, that's just a distraction from everything else. And while you're dealing with it, while you're dealing with sanding that part, while you're dealing with getting that paint finish, getting these two components together, getting rid of that seam, you know, that's all that matters, isn't it? That's
switch off time.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah, I think there's too much in there. There's too much of this. You need something to keep that chimp brain sort of occupied, and modeling's great for it.
Like I say, I miss my bench mechanic. Family time's got to come first at the moment, so I don't
absolutely
get time at the bench at all.
But this is the thing. I mean, all credit to everybody who's building something sort of on a tea tray on the knee and sort of like just painting a little bit. But I think having somewhere where you can just walk away from it, and I come back to it, you know, in 2 days' time, 2 weeks, and the bits are still where I left them, and you can still pick up and carry on, then that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
But it's matter about the size of the room, because when you do a kit, you always end up about 6 inches by inch, 6 inches anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh. Yeah. 3D printing now, resin and all that, 3D printers.
Yeah.
Can you see a place in the hobby for them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As infuriating as it can be. I had one only a fortnight ago, and it was a message to Dan and to Luke, and it's like, you know, I can't do anything. All I've been doing on this thing in the last few weeks has been melted wellies. It's been the only thing that I managed to do. Is the bottom of the tank, it's just been a mess. And the guy's quite easy, just sort of like, when was the last time you changed your FEP sheet? When was the last time you changed the sheet in the vat? And you think, well, yeah, no, yeah, I've changed it once since I bought it, you know, and sort of like, you think, yeah, and you do the thing where you think, well, I've checked everything, my exposure times, and I've leveled it loads, and I've done this, and I've done, and it's still not. And sometimes it just needs somewhere just to sort of say, have you looked at? Oh yeah, and sure enough, you know, there is a place for it, as infuriating as it can be. I think it's still got to get there. You know, there is still a lot, but the variety is out there to be able to do whatever you want to do. If you're a car builder, I know Luke's sort of into sort of making sort of axle stands and making sort of bits and bobs like that. I'd like to be able to go into sort of, so you could produce your own body kit for stuff.
The market stuff, so produce your own.
Yeah, not like the full, sort of max power kind of stuff, but just like there's the Bell Kits Manta, which is great, but then there's somebody that enters one in a 24-hour race in Germany, which has got slightly different front to it, different bits at the back, to be able to produce those kind of bits, just those one-off, so you could adapt a kit without having to go through the full scratch build of using sort of plastic card and stuff like that. I think if you could 3D print stuff, because the detail's fantastic. You know, I mean, what have we got? I mean, I've got this little, that came off the 3D printer. That was one of the melted wellies. That just took no end of attempts to print that, to get it to behave. I just could not get it to do it. It turned out, you know, a £3 plastic sheet was all it needed to get it sorted out.
Aziz, light. What do they call the mug edition?
But then there's I've got like the heads it took me 5 attempts to get the head right.
Mhm.
That is actually a good one. That one actually came out okay. But then there's others, particularly like that. I don't even know why it did that. Why it didn't. The neck's not there.
Mm.
Ah.
It'd be all a learning curve. Learning
You
curve.
know, it is. I mean, bearing in mind that it prints it that way up. How's it started in midair?
It's called magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did it do it on those two, but then not on that one? You know. So
I've got a box specifically for swear words. Let's say of printing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it? You know, it is very much that whole. I mean, some stuff's come out okay. Where are we?
Oh yeah.
You know, some stuff.
I tried printing one of them. What's Deadpool hands? And
yeah.
All I got was a finger. Literally. Yeah. The rest of the hand did not print, but I got a finger.
Yeah. Yeah. You learn to handle rejection, don't you?
Oh my God, yeah.
So yeah, it's 3D printing's got its place, definitely, but it's got a while to go. Yeah, I mean, it's not all. In front of the monitor, there is, you know, there is a Deadpool. It is that you do get success, isn't it? It's quite good when it happens, but yeah, not there yet, is it?
Sean had a full head of hair at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I mean, now look.
What he's got left.
That's the reason why it's so short, so I've got no purchase to pull it out.
Are you a magazine subscriber, or have you give that up and just use the internet now?
Just the internet.
All those wasted copies of Razzle.
I'm going back to the running bit. I tried a different trail the other day, and in a hedge bottom.
They're always in a hedge bottom, aren't they? Always.
Yeah, but I didn't think anybody bought them anymore.
Well, the thing is, though, how did they get in the edge bottom? That's the question.
I bet you stopped and picked it up and had a look.
Well, I had to make sure of what it was. I mean, the rarity of finding anything like that these days.
Bringing it home.
You know, yeah.
Just
now, is it?
You had to just double check the centerfold.
Even sort of picking up a copy of, you know, Practical Classics, you know, the car magazine. It's $4.85 magazine.
Of course, Practical Classics, of course.
But it was. You know that I have a dreadful taste in cars. This has been proved.
Oh my God. It's been proved a few times, I think.
This has been proved that my taste in cars is crap. Yes. So yeah, Practical Classics magazine. It's £4.85 for a magazine. It's £4.85 can buy a lot of paint.
Yeah.
You know, and there's that many forums out there now, groups on FaceAche or to deal with whatever your sort of nerd thing is, be it smart cars, be it Volkswagen Beetles.
Oh, he's just insulted himself now, look.
You know, but it is, isn't it? You know, there are every interest group there is going, and a few that you don't even know about.
Yep.
You know, it's all out there. Magazines, I don't know. Even subscribing it so you can get it delivered to your iPad or whatever, then it's not tactile, is it? It's not.
No, well, you can wipe off your iPad, can't you?
Well, you can laminate your magazines, but you know.
There's one thing I've got to ask: who knitted that impressive seat cover behind you?
That was the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be done, hasn't it?
Oh, it has to be, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, underneath the other bits underneath the bench, it's all my camping gear.
Oh yeah.
So various blankets and so. Yeah.
Is that to say?
Oh yeah, she knitted me a new one. So she's creative as well, you see.
My last question Where did you see? Do you still see yourself modelling in 10 years' time, or is that a hard question to answer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, there's always sort of new kits coming out, isn't there? There's always new bits, and I think new bits of inspiration that are coming. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I built goes back to old sort of rallies and old bits of nostalgia, and I think some of that's probably the same with sort of like model aircraft, and I think we all have a little bit of that, don't we? We've seen something, we've been involved with something, and you sort of like, and you want a little piece of that. You want a bit of something to a tile, just to sort of like move around, and and we all like that sort of thing. And I think to a degree that's still the same with like the Mandalorian. That was on, and obviously that's spawning no end of stuff. There's inspiration, there's things happening all the time in there that kind of gets you to move on sort of in the modeling scene. So whether it be cars, whether it be sort of the 3D print stuff, then yeah, I think there's always going to be a bit of modeling in there, yeah, without a doubt. It's just knowing what direction it'll be in, whether it'll be melted wellies or whether it'll be preformed bits of sprue. Who knows?
Yeah, true. Sean, thank you very much for your time, mate. And I shall open you up now to the crew.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, Norman.
Right, anybody got a question for? Hello. Is this working?
There's a couple of questions in the chat, Norm, from Dowell.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask if you like it muddy.
Muddy's better.
Yes, that's what the blankets is for, Jim.
Muddy's far better. I got my I got the trail shoes out the other day, which is the first time that I've used them for ages, and I can verify that mud is very much in order.
There you go.
From the timing chick that was still laced to them. Yeah. Yeah. Mud's better.
We've answered that one, Daryl. When did you learn to crochet? Knitting the blanket.
I've not gone down that route yet. I've not got that desperate.
He's asking.
I'll message Vicky and make sure she gives you a one-to-one intensive course.
God, no. It's bad enough when you do find something that's worth watching on telly and all you can hear is the clicking. Like, oh God, no! I'm off in my shed. But yeah, I'd see. Darryl was asked about the mini art bus. Actually, that's an old Airfix one. That's the Airfix bus. That one.
That's what yeah. The old Airfix one, is it?
Yeah, that was an original 1970s box kit. But of course, you can still get the old Bill one, can't you? You can still get that. Although it's the same tooling and the chassis is warped quite significantly. My boss in my current job, and what I see as being probably my long-term job, collects vintage vehicles. So he's got the eldest bus he's got is a 1907. Trying to think what the name of the bus is, and it'll come to us. Oh, a Carrier, K. That's 1907, and he's just finished doing a 1926 Dearborn bus. And occasionally he brings bits in that need fixing or repairing, or so. Yeah, I kind of I get a few vintage lorries and a few bits because I sometimes end up working on them. But yeah, that's that old Bill kit. It comes with
3 policemen.
The actual kit comes with just like printed card. So that's Costa coffee stirrers that were repurposed for that one.
Greg?
Yeah, but yeah, that's the Airfix one. It's actually, it don't go together bad, and it does look okay. You can reasonable results out of that.
It looks all right from here and in a blurry screen, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best way. hand painted hairy sticks, just like the originals were.
Oh, good lad.
So you can get away with it with them because they weren't sprayed anyway.
Daryl's asking about something about paddles and spanking. We'll ignore that one.
I think that's a different activity altogether. But again, I'm sure there are internet forums based on such things. So I've heard.
Paddles are hanging above your printers.
Oh, those, yes.
Yes.
With you. Anyway.
Totally Scared Models is asking why you've got a lock on the inside of your shed.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryder Wynn said he totally enjoyed that. Thanks, interesting guy. Well, I try.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, Sean.
That's right, Sean. Nice one, Sean.
Yeah.
Well done, fellas. Well done. Good interview.
Go in.
Try and get the spotlights off. There we go. There's 1, 2. Back to the normal. Yeah, nice one.
99,100.
Have we got any chat to catch up on, or are we pretty all right?
I think there's a few things in the chat. Let me have a look. So there's a few people in that we missed. Ray Equilana is in. Hey Ray. Paul Savage is in.
Right.
Chat about PE stuff. Stuff about mosquito cockpits. Got all that. There was a question from the Owl. Who? What is the actual color FS or RAL, for example, between Tamiya or Vallejo, if the shades of colors are different between the brands?
What? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Color is supposed to be standard. The quality differs.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get all the same FS numbers from every manufacturer and it'll be slightly different.
Yep.
Basically, go with what you prefer as a paint is probably the best advice I'd give.
Spoons.
And as mentioned, Mr. McCord was in the chat. Hello, ladies. Hello, Sam.
Sam.
What else have we missed?
Still there.
Graham French suggested, guys, how about a feature each week of each member's collection of models or products / equipment that they prefer to use?
Oh God, no. No.
Oh my God. We haven't got 55 million hours a day. No.
I think we should have a tutorial on grey paint from Al.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm up for that, if I'm honest. I am up for that because Al could keep us entertained for about 10 hours. Well,
Yeah.
this is grey and this is grey, but this is a lighter grey.
And the darker grey.
Yep. And then this one's slightly just off grey. It's
Grey.
Yeah, it's grey, yeah.
Wayne Saunders asked, why did Sam leave? As answered earlier, watch last week's show. And
Half
this
an hour from the end.
Yeah.
Or the beginning of the show, about 10 minutes.
The beginning of this one,
Yeah. Anything else in there? Few other
McCord
people
is still there in the chat as well.
Ah, excellent.
Sam would not let us down. He'll be a loyal viewer.
A few people in. Mark's Hobby Bench is in. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Mark.
Dominic Garace is in. Richard Magalashvili is in. Greetings from Georgia.
Oh, hang on. You must be, Dan, the only person that's pronounced Richard's name properly. I've never been able to pronounce that in all the years that we've been doing it.
I've been thinking about it for the last 5 minutes, staring at it.
Richard's quite an easy name.
Yeah. I mean, I could stare at that name for the next 10 years and still unpronounce it correctly.
What, Magalashvili?
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, great interview from a few people. Andy Callis, Yari T, good interview as always. Daryl Masters, yeah, Sam's still there. John Birch says hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jim.
Hello. Oh, did John not just finish a thing that Paul's building, a night, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. A night.
John who?
John
Night
Birch.
of the Round Table.
John who?
John Birch.
I'm sure he posted the other day that he's either finished it.
Yeah,
or
he did. Yeah, not long ago. Yeah.
Craig Pello then asks, can someone recommend a non-2K clear finish, please? I've tried Vallejo, but not good. Thanks in advance. Stop it. If you need your floors doing, yeah. Aquagloss.
It depends on how shiny you want things.
Yeah,
there is.
I mean,
Yeah, if you have the original Future, maybe. The newer stuff, no, but Aquagloss.
Aquagloss, pretty much.
Yeah.
And or a
GX112.
your tomato.
You're, I'm assuming, do you want to airbrush it or do you want it in a rattle can or?
Yeah. I mean, you can try some of the LPs. The LP.
LPs are good, yeah.
The LP clear, yeah. Don't mind them. Black clears aren't too bad.
Yeah.
GX100, I quite like that one, but yeah, things don't stick to that, do they, Alan?
No, I mean, again, it depends what you want to use it for and what fit. You have to a high gloss car finish, or you have to sort of a semi-gloss finish on tanks, planes, that sort of thing. It depends the use of it, really.
Yeah, he says, I do like it shiny and airbrush.
I'd definitely try the LPs, try the LP clears, because they're pretty good. I would, if you haven't got to stick anything to it, try the GX100 with mist leveling thinner afterwards.
GX112 I'd go for, Dan, probably.
Or I was just about to say, or 112.
Mr. Super Clear UV Cut, another good one.
I've not tried that one.
That comes in a can, you can decant it.
Oh, I have tried it. Yes, I have got a can of that. Now you.
Good stuff. It gives a good gloss finish.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. Oops. Oh dear. I've just seen a kit that I've not seen for years. Good God, I forgot I got that.
Yeah, and I think that's it from the chat.
Going back to the thing about the lock on the inside of the door, as we mentioned, there's a lock at the top and there's a lock at the bottom, but there are no handles on the outside of the shed. So you can't actually see where the door is from the outside. It's just completely panelled.
It doesn't like being disturbed halfway through.
Well, there is still a door at the other end that goes into the garage. But from the outside, at least no scrotums can find their way in through that door.
No, it's already in.
Hey.
Ooh,
I thought you locked it and climbed out the window.
Well, there is that.
That's only an emergency.
Out.
Yeah. There's no way from the outside in, which is just the way it should be. Because all my precious things are in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on an alarm and a very expensive door.
I'm like that. The only thing is that because it's attached to the garage, and then I end up, if I have to go into work an hour early and I forget that the garage is alarmed, and then open the up and over door and the entire neighbourhood knows that Sean's gone to work then.
That's when the burglars come round.
Just so you know, Craig, as well, UMP sell those clears as well, Craig, just so you know, and they have them in stock currently.
Come on.
Yeah, and the same with the 2K. Just haven't quite got that.
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. It really is the easiest stuff in the world to spray.
Yeah,
you just need to make sure you need a decent spray booth. And you need to be wearing
that's why I not use it.
That's the only downside is the safety precautions you need to do.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you should be doing that with a lot of these paints anyway.
Well, yeah.
None of them are safe if you want to
Lacquer
inhale.
paints, yes, you should be wearing a respirator.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, Sean's from the north, so he's had coal fires for the last 40 years.
The black lung. The black lung.
Of course, steelworks about 4 miles over there, so yeah, you're not far wrong.
He's breathed in enough crap. I reckon he could definitely hammer that 2K. Definitely.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, not far wrong.
Right then. Ooh. Al.
Yeah.
We do Al's kits.
Okay.
Ooh. Right. So, just the first time you've done this. Second.
Second. Yeah.
Isn't it? So I was going to look through all the kits he's found recently.
Whose camera's got a heartbeat?
Pardon?
That was Paul.
Is it Paul? Yeah, it must be. Your camera had a heartbeat. Then.
Oh yeah, it's the autofocus. It plays up on white.
There we go.
Doesn't like white normally.
It was pulsating.
Oh, was it throbbing?
It was throbbing. Yeah, oh yeah.
I nearly said something there. Quickly, move along to Al quickly.
Okay. Let's see. Is that sharing?
Yeah. Oh, Friday Night Kit, aftermarket, and stuff.
Okay.
Can't wait for the stuff.
I can't wait for the stuff.
Is that a very small picture of Al?
Yes.
No, it looks like a very small. It's life size, there.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Hang on a second.
These are small. These are far away.
Before I.
I've got to say, I hope the kit pictures are a bit bigger, Al.
Hey, what?
Here goes
I hope
nothing.
the actual kit pictures are a touch bigger.
I thought I would put in a picture of myself in case people didn't recognize me there, and I think it's quite clear on my huge screen.
Yep,
It's crystal clear, Al. I can make out
All of the edges.
some green.
And
I can make, hang on. I'll just put my optimizer down 1 minute. Oh yeah,
Okay, we go the old binoculars. Hang on.
binoculars.
There you
You've
go.
got 5 fingers.
Anyway, the first one up this week is from ICM. It's a coming soon type things. 135th G7107 1.5 ton military truck with metal body.
Wow. Wow,
No
body.
prices,
Weird.
mini art,
Wow.
but yeah. Oh,
I
that's
really like
ICM.
that.
That's cool.
It's mini art, not ICM. Oh, there's a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's a few of these mini art things which are probably titled ICM. Second lot is the metal collection set, although they're available individually from Tom Hans. Yeah, I think we mentioned this week, last week, or I've seen it on Facebook that it would be really good for the car modelers.
Hang on. How much?
How much?
Oh
It's
my-
yeah.
How much?
It's £42 for the set of 6.
Sweet baby. Jesus and the orphans.
Well, yeah, you'll get them individually. But yeah, I went for the set. He does the 3D printed switches and dials, and decals that go along with it. And I went for that because it was pretty much a good bargain for the whole set. But yeah,
So they like individual letters then, are they, Al? Or
and individual, basically, you know where you'll get stamped bits on your rocks or whatever. It's
Oh yeah,
it's that sort of stuff. I mean,
yeah, placards for part marking on.
Yeah, all the placards
yeah.
and whatever. But I think these are geared more towards the the aircraft undercarriage and stuff like that. But head off over to ANS.io and have a look at them individually and see if that's what you're after. But yeah, that's,
I like the placards. They look good on engines as like the frame placards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, chassis plates and the like.
Yeah, there's others are available for aircraft and whatever. On to Hasegawa now. He's got a 124th BMW 2002 Ti. 1975 Monte Carlo Rally Limited Edition. It's
Right, they got the value out of that mold. How many BMWs 2002 did they bring out in the last couple of years?
I know.
Nice
Nice scheme, though.
Yeah.
Questions are difficult, but
it looks great.
Yeah. It's a limited edition, so anyway, it's going to be a coming soon jobby. So yeah,
The edition price goes up.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Yuval, here is him modelling the latest in Israeli tank crew from Miniart at 1/35th scale from the Yom Kippur War. Whether it was about that time or not, I don't know. But anyway, a lot of stuff has just come out from Miniart, and these are some of the figures. Yeah, great.
It looks like Benjamin Netanyahu at the front.
That's Ariel Sharon.
Yeah, well,
in the front.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that pose is off a picture, and off to his left is the guy with the eye patch. I can't remember his name offhand.
Bluebeard the pirate.
Oh shoot.
Jack Sparrow?
Actually, wouldn't that be Blackbeard?
No. But anyway, that he's posing just like that in the picture. So that's where they got that one from.
Yeah. Anyway, this is another due out this month.
Cool.
Hurry up, it's almost over. Next is a 124th.
Who's the boot spoiler?
Yeah, 124th Hasegawa Mazda Cosmo Sport with chin spoiler.
Nice.
It's available on pre-order from 99.co.jp for 21.62 and equivalent euros and dollars. Yeah.
I quite like that. I don't like the boot.
I
think you could get away on Captain Scarlet or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look a bit kind of 60s futuristic. But yeah.
Well,
So more Miniart stuff due out this month, which I've still got for ICM. 1/35, 7.5 centimeters PZGR Panzer Groupwagen or whatever it is called. Roland will correct me. KWK 40s is shells with ammo boxes for the guys who want to do the dios. No prices as yet, but yeah, looking good. Straight on to Luke Graf, who do resin stuff. That's 1/32nd scale DH90 Dragonfly, available on pre-order soon. And the 1/48th as well. So they've done it in two scales, 32nd and 48th. And I think the 32nd is just a bit further on, complete with Gypsy Major engines, which were done inverted, by the way. Anyway, so head on over to the Luke Graf website and have a look at some of the other stuff they've got, which is mostly resin. Aoshima has just brought out a 1/24th Mitsubishi CZ4A Lancer Evo. It's an ex-patrol car.
Very good.
Or an Evo 10.
Evo 10 patrol car, yeah.
Patrol car. 07.
Bit different.
Yeah, available from Plaza Japan at 1761. There you go. But yeah, it's don't get many police cars, do you?
No.
So that might be a nice one for
Oh,
boys.
Oh yeah.
Straight on to Aoshima, 1/24 Datsun 220C,
I like that.
1979 Hong Kong Taxi. There you go.
That's
Available
unusual,
on
isn't it,
pre-order.
Dan?
Say again?
That's unusual, that isn't it? I was just saying to Dan, it's quite.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You could drop that with some nice rims on that.
Oh, what you need though, you need long-sighted vision with the mirrors.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Or some varifocal, so you can look up straight into the mirror. That's what a wing mirror was, a wing mirror.
Oh yeah.
It looks to be quite a big car for the likes of Hong Kong. You know, they were into the
Oh yeah.
No, that's about
small
right.
stuff, you know. Available at from 1999.co.jp for £18. Oh,
Keep it half the price.
yeah,
I
looks
get that.
looks okay.
I do like that though.
Yeah, it'll still be
back-
35 quid when it gets here, but
well, postage not included.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll just say
25 worth of postage.
back to the ICM Mini Art debacle and 135th M3 Lee mid-production. It's a Sahara edition with crew. Duo.
Weirdly, that box art looks good.
Doesn't look
Actually,
too
watch that
bad.
film on Sunday.
But yeah, it's I don't know how many of these are out, but
Has anybody else got YMCA running through their head looking at them 5?
yeah.
I was just thinking that bloke should be holding that gun like that.
Definitely. Oh no, definitely not.
But it's a fair mix of crew, let's say, from various countries.
Yeah. French, Australian, American, British, and other.
Young man.
I'm with Dan on this one now, I'm afraid.
I said, young man.
Yeah. I've got it in my head now too, Dan.
Moving on.
So for the armor guys, right? This is Ukrainian scale cars production. It's a resin kit, 24 scale Honda S2000 Suki from the Fast and Furious thing.
Film.
So Suki was a character. That was her car.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it's coming soon. A trans kit.
Transkit, like that.
Resin trans kit, whatever that means.
It means added to the original kit and nothing else.
And
But I get the blame for something else I've not done.
Yeah. You will.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. So for the film buffs, then.
Yeah, you need the Tamiya kit to go with that.
That's why that's.
Brandon's going to buy that.
Good. Okay. ICM have brought out the. I think we've seen it in resin in 3D printed or basic grey pics the other week, a couple of weeks ago. The B26K counter invader. This is the box art from it. They just brought that out. So to me that looks really good, being an aircraft buff. So yeah, still
Very sweet, yeah.
for the future. Yeah, just the fact it's a coin aircraft. There were very few of them, and they were all very individual, I think. So Southeast Asia camo. So sorry, what was that?
I was going to say that reminds me. I'm trying to think. There's that film that what's his name?
Always.
Where the guy was getting older and older and dying, and he landed that plane on that island to meet the woman. It looked very much like that, but it was all black.
You're thinking of
America?
Forever Young.
Yeah, that's the film. Yeah, it's not
Mel
that,
Gibson.
That low road drivel.
was it one of those planes, Paul? I can't remember. It looks similar.
No, it was a generic one. But that film you just mentioned, Norm, that's a great film, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss and John Candy.
Yeah. No, it wasn't John Candy.
It was
not John Candy.
Goodman.
Roseanne. Oh,
John Goodman.
that's
Goodman.
Yeah. That's close. It is a good film now.
Right.
Oh,
ICM Miniart again is they've got a T34/85, the modern 1960 version, which is due out this month, 1/35. Yeah, another T34/85. There's quite a few of them in the market, I believe.
Very crisp box art with that one, isn't it?
Box art's always good on them.
Yeah.
Just the amount of parts it's not.
Yeah.
Well, don't you got a fair amount of parts?
Oh, you get a
And-
serious amount.
Yeah. And it's not a toy apparently, so there we go. Aoshima have got a 1/12 scale Yamaha 4HMX JR 400 in 1993 available for pre-order for the bike buffs. Available 1999.co.jp.
Oh.
1682.
They absolutely love doing like the small engine bikes, don't they?
Small engine naked bikes. They love it.
Yep.
Is that just HJR or
Yeah, it's XJR.
XJR
Aoshima? Yeah.
The 4HM is going to be the it's like the model number kind of thing. Like, so my R1 is a 4XV.
All right.
Yeah, it's like Mark 1 kind of thing, or it's how they differentiate the parts and stuff in the factory, I believe.
Yeah, and 400cc is the license limit for young people in Japan.
Yeah, makes sense.
So there's a huge 400cc market over there.
But like the 125 limit here before you test. So okay. Next one is not the best of picks, but best I could get is the Nunu 124th Porsche 911.
Oh, nice.
From the Rallyman 1984, available on pre-order from Jadlam at 41.95.
Yeah, definitely want that.
Now, yeah, a few of you boys contacted me about this one. Is that the Rothmans type scheme?
It should be Rothmans, actually, shouldn't it? Yeah.
It is. So they've got obviously Porsche on there with a.
If it comes with a detail upset, it might have the Rothmans decal in there. They often do that.
Certainly going to need some aftermarket decals on it.
Yeah, but I would assume you would get the aftermarket for that. Yeah.
Nunu normally do their own aftermarket as well, don't they?
Yeah, so I said, if my mic not working. So I said, if Nunu does a detail upset, which he should do, the Rothmans decals will probably be in there. Like in split letters, they did it with the Bastos BMW. You only got the proper Bastos decals in with the detail upset, and they were split apart, so it didn't spell Bastos, obviously.
Seen that?
Right.
I seen that Goodwood Hill, that Bastos BMW. Oh my God, that is a motor.
Yeah.
Nunu will probably do a detail upset for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the.
It might have the decals in it. Dan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah.
Glad you mentioned it.
It's a bit like the German insignia that we're not allowed to talk about, that is split up into various bits. That
It's tobacco and alcohol sponsorship.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, good one. Right. Nico models have a resin kit out, the 1/20th scale Alfa Romeo 183T from the 1983 Monaco GP. Yeah, it's available soon. And
Yeah, I think I found that one. I've never heard of them, but
No, can't say I've heard of those, to be honest.
no.
It's a good looking motor, though.
Looks like a McLaren rip-off, though, doesn't it?
Does.
No.
It's the Alpha, but it looks like an egg car.
Yeah.
On that picture.
Yeah, I don't think that picture's doing it any justice.
No, but you'll be getting one, won't you, Dan?
No.
Come on. You know you want to.
No.
Just think, with a lot of the earlier F1 cars, they're much smaller than people realise.
Oh my God!
Because the driver's feet are normally forward of the axle line, so it's.
Well, that Tyrrell, that 6-wheeler, what you've just finished.
Oh, it's tiny car, tiny car.
That, I kid you not, an original Mini has got bigger wheels than what's on that six-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would
On
actually,
wheels, yeah, for sure.
it's a really cool car to look at, but it's damn scary when they fire it up and you're not expecting it to be fired up, and it, oh my God, poo shot out everywhere.
Yeah, loud,
Oh my God. About had a heart attack.
Okay. The next one's from Nunu. Available now. A 124 scale BMW M3 E30 GRA, whatever that means.
Group
1990.
A. Group A.
Oh, Group A.
I'm not
All
seeing
right,
that team yet.
B.
Okay.
So it was the Inter Tech class winner in the Fuji Speedway.
My favouriteest kit ever. Really simple kit, really fast build, really trouble-free kit. Absolutely superb mojo builder. Everyone's got to love that original E30 M3. That's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Sport race
Yeah,
car. Really turned it round for BMW in the 80s and 90s, obviously. And one awesome, true classic, modern day classic Beamer.
And the making of ProDrive as well, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love that car. And that kit is brilliant. If you like cars and you haven't got one, get one, because it's absolutely fantastic to build. Really quick build as well. Really, really quick.
Yeah, it's made me want to build, because I've got the Rally one there. I think I'm going to build the Rotmans one soon.
Yeah, I did the Rotmans
This
one.
is one of the standard kits with the different decals on it, is it?
Yeah, it's all basically the same kit.
Yeah.
They do a rally version of the Group A, basically a touring car, isn't it?
Sorry, Paul.
Go on.
I was just going back to that Nico models. If you look on Scale-Mate, they actually do quite a few F1 kits, including things like the Williams six-wheeler. So they've got some weird and wonderful stuff there.
Yeah. That's the one with the four wheels at the back of the Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Never heard of them before. Interesting.
No, neither did I. So
sorry.
So this M3 is available from HobbyLink Japan for $23.47.
Oh, nice.
Plus £55 postage.
That'll be about 35 quid posted, and then you've got your import duties if you get caught, which would be about 13 to 15 quid.
Yeah.
So if you don't get caught, you get the kit a little bit cheaper than what it'd be in the UK. If you do get caught, paying a lot more. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it is. It's up to you. Yeah.
So having created this new ICM Mini Art Combo, the new company, due out this month is a 1/35th scale Checkpoint, from where I'm guessing it could be Germany.
Oh, they've missed a trick there. They should have called it Checkpoint Charlie.
They've already done a set like that years ago.
Have they?
Yeah, a long time ago. I had it years ago.
Looks a bit different, so Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah, it looks slightly different than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yet another Mini Art. Now I've tucked these two in together because Quintus, if you want to check them out, go to the Quintus Studios website. But they've got some cockpit decals out. One of them's for the 32nd scale Spitfire Mark 16 for the Tamiya kit, which actually looks not too bad. But in 32nd scale, I don't know. I haven't seen any. I'm just going by Jim's recommendation here. Second set's from the 32nd scale BF110C/D for the Dragon kit. So obviously there are differences between the kits, but the average price is $17.10 for the Spitfire and $23.94 for the 110 ones. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be investing in some of these soon. Really am. Now we had a look the other week at the Takom 350 scale Zeppelin Q and I think it was L class airships. They brought out the box art now, so there we go.
Yeah.
Still a huge long
half a meter long.
Yeah.
Huge.
It'd be big,
But, yeah, looking quite good. It has to be in some sort of stand because no way they could get away with that without these gondolas being crushed to bits. You know.
Oh yeah, has to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, looking good.
Oh, beastie there.
Jeez.
Kinetic have brought out new decals for their 148th EA6B Prowler. Now I've done that kit, it's hanging up on the wall there. It's actually not a bad kit, to be fair, despite Kinetic's reputation. But these are the Darth Vader decals. So yeah. But at least there's cartographs. So they're it's a bit like the Hasegawa series of same kit, different decals, but they pump it out as a new kit. I think this is along the same lines there. So, but yeah, if only they did, or somebody did one of these in 32nd scale, that would be cracking. Nunu are due out in August a 124th BMW M6 GT3 with the PlayStation decals.
Hot kit there.
Think it could be popular. 41.94 from Spot Model. Now
All it won't be.
Nope.
Yeah.
yeah, so I think for the 124th, that's quite an expensive kit, don't you think?
It's about right for them, to be honest.
Is it all right?
That BMW from Japan will be that price when it hits the UK.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
A great scheme that as well, really is.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah.
And that color, that blue, is just fantastic.
Yeah, looking good. Again, the other week, the 1/144 scale, the Chronoplan from Tacom. We've now got box art. There was a few pictures released recently, and there we go. So
that's a crazy looking thing.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
yeah, it's the one class, but the original Chronoplan isn't half as bad as that looking. It actually looks slightly better, I think, but even so, it's yeah, weird concept.
Yeah, looks like it comes out of a fantasy movie or something. It's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a huge kit. I mean, 144 scale, and it's half a meter long.
Wow.
You know, it's just yeah. I mean, it's all mostly body, of course, but anyway.
Not going to be cheap.
No.
Mini Art have brought out a new, and they're in the process of doing this 4x4 1.5 ton cargo truck. Now, I seem to recall that the other week, but it was only 2 weeks ago, and my memory has totally gone. But yeah, it's this could just be the box art, I have to say, but one for the armorish type guys. Now, this is where I lost half my life
Ooh.
today.
I like that.
This is the Snake Model, Russian company. I encourage you to go over there and have a look, because some of the stuff is really good, and we'll go on to that in a second or two. But the scale, 72nd scale, that's got to be really small. It's a BTS 2 tractor on a T54B chassis. Yeah, the box art looks good, and the actual build there looks good. Now, I don't know. I don't know whether you get the whole thing or just the crane.
No, it says on chassis. So I'm guessing it comes with the chassis.
T54B chassis. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Not going to be cheap.
In that case, most of the stuff that you see what's coming next is there, and it's available from Snake Model at mail.russia. There are vendors in Europe. There's a Dutch guy, and they're in Germany, and a few other places in Europe. But yeah, you can get it direct from him or whatever. These then are the stuff that's all coming soon that I could see.
Wow.
What they are, I've no idea. But you can see from the text, but the pictures you can see there. And if the previous crane came with the chassis, then I expect a lot of these would as well. So certainly the ones with it, like Dozer crane and
Some quite cool stuff there, isn't there?
Yeah,
and,
so different.
Yeah.
STC2, which has a box on top of the chassis.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is on the front of it, but
it's one of those.
It says they're all due the first half of 2021, but the last one we're seeing, the previous one here, the tractor and the chassis, is actually due out in the fall or autumn, as it's called in the rest of the world.
I like your style there, Mr. McNeish.
Okay, next one up tonight is available on pre-order from Jadlam. It's a 112 Lotus 99T 1987 Monaco GP number 12 car for Ayrton Senna.
Yeah.
Which did get a few woos nahs when
Yeah, I like that a lot.
when it was sent to me, but
That's got Jim's name written all over it.
No.
yeah, the price.
He likes to swear at big stuff.
Yeah, 5p off a 200.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what level of details in that kit, because it might be worth the price. And BMAX seem to be up in their game a lot, so
That's
interesting.
one kit I'm definitely looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll see. You might head over to the BMAX site. That middle picture on the left-hand side there looks to be a good split of what the kit actually is. So
yeah, thanks.
You're not wishing to
have a look at that.
Yeah, have a look. But yeah, certainly an interesting one. And that's the end.
Oh, look at that sexy picture. Wow. Like it.
It's like a whiskey distillery, if you ask me.
That's the Glenfiddich distillery in Dufftown, Scotland.
And Al got thrown out of there for having 4 pints and it was wasted.
4 pints of whiskey, yeah. I've not been thrown out yet, but anyway. And that's it. So
well done, Al.
Well done. Good selection.
Excellent
Very
work.
nice.
Cool.
Nice one, Al. Good job, mate.
Good effort.
Right, any chat? What we got, Dan? Fancy a quick recap?
Yeah.
On to Roland.
Yeah, so we got the GX recommendations for Craig. He's ideal. Need to get some more, so we'll order next time. Totally scale model, just saying it's a mini art kit. Lol. Yeah, life-size pick of Al. Yes, from Steve. We did that. Andy Callis, cool truck. Ice, yeah. Ice Queen is in the chat. Evening, everyone.
I say.
Few people saying hello to Ice Queen. Yari T saying Ariel Sharon. I guess that's for the Israeli troops.
All right, the eye patch boy.
Yeah. Daryl Masters, maybe if mini art, you can imagine the chassis build. Carl Doran doesn't include the beaded seat cover and faux orange air freshener with the taxi. Probably not in the kit, but there'll be a detail upset.
I'm going to say there'll be a detailed upset coming.
Yeah. Darryl Masterson says real characters from where? Film, stage, or TV? Andy Callis says from the movie Sahara ? What like in the Clive Cussler movie? Darryl Masters asks. Never saw the film, read the books. Brian's going to be getting the B26K. Gary Pasha then says Forever Young was a B25 Mitchell.
There we go. Thank you, Gary.
Darryl Masterson says, "Ooh, looks like some T34 tracks coming for Norm in the next shot." Okay. Andy Callis, great film. Darryl Masters, are chrome parts any good? That's a lot of pain if they are poor, surely. Well, generally the case, yeah. Darryl Masters, a flying car. Master Timer, cool Prowler. Darryl Masters, what makes them Darth Vader exactly? Look at the squadron badge. VAQ 209, as Gary Pashley's written, Star Warriors. So believe their squadron badge includes Darth Vader as their squadron motif. Luke T, M6 PlayStation kit looks nice. It does indeed. Master Toymaker, so ugly it's neat. That's for the Akranaplan. Darryl thanking Gary. Darryl and saying LOL just when you need Tim on the show. Okay. Glenn Snyder, that Lotus is very tempting. Yeah, it is. Very pricey though. Digsby James, good job, Al. Andy Callis, yeah, if that's a good kit, it would be great. Love the 99T. It looks like Andy might be buying one.
Well, I think so.
And then Darryl Master said, how did BMAX get to use camel? It looks wrong font. Don't know.
Well, I was just wondering about that. If the tobacco advertising isn't on,
it won't be in
if
the
they
kit.
change if they change the font, can they argue?
And it doesn't
I doubt
replicate
it.
the car.
I doubt it. A bit like the other one they did, the yellow and white McLaren, the 20th scale one. I think that had none of the tobacco sponsorship in the kit because that was a Marlboro car.
Well, is BMAX a Chinese company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my case. They'll do it all they want.
Sorry, Japanese.
Oh, they're Japanese? Well, then they have, they might.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Their 20th scale McLaren that they did has none of the Marlboro sponsorship in the actual kit when you buy it. So
It's as much to do with licensing from both McLaren and Marlboro as anything, and getting all of that sorted out.
Yeah. Antipokela, beautiful distillery, great whiskey. Yes, indeedy. Glenfiddich is a good one. Army Men Life, that M3 and Checkpoint are my favourites. And then Darryl Masters mentions crane build. Ah, yes, of course. That's where we need Tim. Someone to remind him of his big crane that he never built.
Oh, yeah.
And there we go. We're all caught up again.
Nice one, Dan.
Cool.
Well done. Right then, Roland.
Yes.
Are you ready, sir?
Well, I'm ready. Let's do it. Right. Here's the screen. Here we are.
Have we anything to send Roland in chat just before he starts?
No, wait.
Funny.
I've got a cow in a bikini today.
Oh dear.
Cattle. I'll just. Right. It's just. Oh, this was mine as well from you.
Here we go. So this is about the kits which are in progress, and some of us have chosen one and would like to introduce them to you, like the one from Gary Comstable. Luke likes this one. It says, after several months of having total loss of mojo, I started this Revell 124 E-Type Jaguar. Have enjoyed it so far, added some extra details to the engine bay and used embossing powder to create the carpets. Bodywork is Tamiya LP7 and various metal finishes are Alcat and Mr. Hobby. Thanks, Gary. Just in future, try to do some, English is my second language. Try to add some signs, sentence, like a full stop or a comma somewhere. It really helps along. Thanks,
yeah,
buddy.
punctuation always needed.
Yeah, that was the word I'm looking for. Look at the pics and let's hear from Luke what he likes about it.
I just like that he's been like he said before, he's been struggling recently with his mojo. To go from not having any drive to do anything, to put in that much detail into something, I really commend him, and he's done an excellent job of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those wheels look banging as well. I wonder what he got them.
That looks really
Oh,
good. That engine
Oh,
detail.
chat's open. Chat's open, Roland. It's going to be open on every page.
Who did that? Who did that? I tested it. I tested it together with me. So obviously there's a trick to that. Here we go. Right. Look at that engine detail. That's really nice.
Yeah, I think he's done a brilliant job so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's going to go up great when he sets fire to it.
Brings us to the next one. The science candidate for the day is from Snowwolf and hi all, it's Southport Steve. Bit more work done on the Warhammer Knight. I'm not quite sure what scale it is and where the kit is from, but here it is. Take it away.
I just like this because, again, detail, it's something a bit different. And you look at the level of detail he's put into the pictures. And in that, I guess it's a cabin or cockpit area, whatever you want to call it. I just thought it was really good.
No, that looks really awesome.
Finished.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's the one that sort of clinched it for me because that just looks pretty awesome.
Oh,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I did as well. Well, do.
A lot of subtle weathering on that.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Well, our man from America, Jimmy, he liked this from Harry Airling Cosmotronics. Work in progress. The main color is going to be green. I think we figured that. Inspired by the movie Adventures of Robin Hood from 1938 with Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland. The middle piece is from a cigarette lighter. Wow. Jimmy?
That is just crazy. I mean, talk about out of the box imagination and creative gizmology, and I mean that just steampunkish and all kinds of stuff going on there. It's cool to see that. That's just the stuff that really grabs you. You know, you're like, wow, look at that. And you start looking, and
I do like his paint finish though.
Uh-huh.
I do like how he's finished in paint. It's very nice.
like, what can I make out of a cigarette lighter? Oh, I know. Let's do this, and then boom, you get that, you know. Good grief.
So all I know how to make out of a lighter is a fire.
Yeah.
And Owl's the chief arsonist among us.
BMW
on, I learned everything from Paul.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, then the next one. Oh yeah, that was me. Well, Alexandra Pasha. More pictures, the car without the transparent part and some chrome ones. Not ready yet, work in progress. Volkswagen T1 WENT24 Rebel. A couple of things. First of all, I know this kit very well. I've been several times. It is
very
sorry.
cool.
Yeah, I've built it several times. The body are several parts, and it's really a bugger to get it together. But the fact that it is hand painted and the detail is just fantastic. I mean, there are no decals on it, so that's painted by hand, in freehand.
She is a good modeler. She is a
Yeah, she's done some fantastic work.
Yeah.
And you see, that's a fine hand, really. I mean, and the windows on that one go from the outside, so that's good.
If I started anything like that, it'd end up being whatever color I started with. That's what color the bottom half would be. Not, yeah, it wouldn't look like that if I painted it.
And I see these rails, putting on these rails on the inside to get them exactly in the right place is not. I tell you what, I had some great words here when I built. Oh, look at that! She chose the open roof. Very nice, lovely interior. Now this is really very well done. nice engine detail as well. But what grabbed me particularly was that hand-painted body, and knowing that kit and get the windows and doors to open is not very easy on that kit. That kit is really not an easy kit to build. So I think she has done excellent work and love the paint work. Really very, very nice, Alexandra.
It's good to see the progress from her previous post of all the bits hanging out and just the basic shell of the body to what it is there. You know,
I'm intrigued with the chrome because that's very shiny.
Yeah.
It is, and there is, I know they have chrome decals in there, which I'm glad she is not falling into the trap of trying to use them, or maybe she has and it didn't work. But yeah, that looks very good.
Yeah, good chrome work.
Elle this week took a liking to this one. Come on, buddy, you can do it.
A grey one.
Talk to it
Yeah.
nice, Roland.
Yeah, you know, Elle, he's always in for the grays. Here we go. It's from Mark Inman. It's a special Hobby Tempest update. Back on the Tempest, I masked and painted the registration and walkways last night. There was some tentative moments pulling the masking of the areas that had previously had hairspray chipping underneath. The only area that had some paint left was the base of the starboard wing between the walkway and the fuselage. This will need some correcting in the future. The walkways were painted a base of RC 022 with sponge chipping, X85, C335, RC244, and finally a top layer of the base, RC022. Well, I hope somebody knows what that means. Hopefully this will be a good base for some oils over the top. Elle, will it be?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's absolutely cracking. I mean, first thing that got me on that was I like the grey, and then I moved on. The actual weathering is quite good, but if he has masked and painted the registration,
yeah,
and
oh wow,
possibly the roundel, and numbers there, identification numbers. That is just superb quality. Just superb. And the masking must have been just.
You may have cut masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair point. But even so,
Still good.
you know, it's
Yeah, that's what he did. He cut masks.
Yeah.
I gotta get into that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really need to do.
Love that.
But yeah, lovely, lovely.
And last but not least, let's see what Norm has given us this week. Oh, look at that. My 5-foot project is nearly done. We'd only do biggies today. At what point does a model become an obsession? My scratch built 124 Thunderhammer ICBM TL vehicle now has all 22 wheels and lifting jacks fitted. Every week it gets closer to the finish line and seems to look bigger and better each time I put it all together. Fair bit of painting, weathering, and final detailing still to do, but it's big and definitely one of my favorite builds. I will post better pictures. Not raining outside. Right. Jeez. Norman?
Crazy.
What's not to like? Scratch build, 5 foot long. At what point did he decide, nah, it might be big enough? That is highly impressive.
Yes.
Really is. It's the sort of thing you would see traveling on the moon.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's nice to see folks scratch building stuff now, but that is very impressive. Unusual scale at 1/24, but just look at that. Wow.
Rocket in there.
Is it a rocket launcher, is it normal?
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. But like I say, instead of like the usual 1/35, 1/24 scale, to make it 5 foot long as well. Wow. That is very impressive work, that is.
So is that an actual
Wow. He's got nice wood.
So
And
is
like I
there
say,
another scale of that kit that's available for him to, I suppose?
Yeah, I've got the thingy one. You got me a couple of years ago for my birthday.
All right.
I mean, that thing there, wow, really.
Impressive, isn't it?
Oh, very nice.
Man, look at the size of that.
Oh, she's a biggie. 5 foot, so that gives you an idea. Nice detail, nice cabling.
Mm. Very impressed by that. There you go. Look at the size of that.
Noticed? Yeah, that is a very nice one.
Big erection.
Very policy.
Hats off to the guy, really. Hats off. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Scratch built the wheels. Well, he would have had to do in 124 scale. Yeah, scratch built the whole lot. Really, hats off to him.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's it from my side, and back to the studio.
Nice, Roland. Hey,
nice one, Roland.
Yeah. Roland, I will find one for next week. I've just been flat out like a lizard at work.
Yeah, I thought I did send you one last night.
He's been flat out like a lizard drinking.
Yeah. I don't worry about it. As long as I have a couple to show you, I'm happy. But obviously, it would be great if I had more. The more, the merrier.
Yeah, I did send one.
I think people need to call the Jets in chat as well. It's just getting a bit.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. Relax, peeps. It's only spelling at the end of the day. Spell it how you spell it and be done with it. Don't make Norm come to your house.
Oh, no.
What's going on in the chat?
Right, let me say it right from the start. The ICM mini art debacle is probably because I'm dyslexic as well.
Yeah, let's not be nitpicking spelling in the chat, because I'll be honest, no one gives a shit.
Yep.
Completely honest, no one cares.
You ought to see some of our spelling when I'm writing. I don't care though. It is what it is.
Yeah, we don't need that in the chat. Lighten up, hey fellas. Just chill out in the chat and just be happy. If you're going to continue the argument, I'll end it. Michael, take it as a friendly warning. I just give up now, mate. You're not going to win. Someone says you're offended. Well, time to just leave things be.
All right, I have overread Dan's. I have.
You give him a little bit of power and it goes straight to his head, look.
Don't worry, son.
Well, actually not. I just wanted to give him a bigger stage. So
there we go. There we go. There you go.
I'm sorry about that, Dan.
No, that's all right. That's all right. To be honest, I wasn't sure if I sent it. So.
Inexcusable.
Tank on last, no, of course it is. Tank on last, stainless steel strap and dial drive fit for now. Italeri 1-9 Harley Davidson WLA 750. Well, but the stage is yours, Dan.
Like that.
Thank you very much. Well, it's quite a rare kit now. I've not seen it for years, and yeah, it's just an unusual ski mod. I mean, most people tend to go for kind of black and chrome and stuff for, usual Harley drivable builds. Sorry, Harley Davidson builds. But yeah, this one is just a little bit different. Red wheels on it.
Yeah.
Very basic bobber style bike, but lovely tank artwork on it. Yeah, it's just nice.
Really nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I don't know if it is my screen, but the color of that engine just looks absolutely realistic, doesn't it?
The fins are really good.
Yeah.
I'm liking them a lot.
That's a Larry down.
Well, it seems to fit together well until he gets to the front end.
Glad we saw it now.
I've got to say, I do like that jig, and yeah.
Very nice.
I also know that it's a prototype.
Yeah, the jigs are interesting as well, actually.
I've seen that jig a couple of times, and yeah, it's a prototype right now, and it's supposed to be going into production allegedly. If you can just either A, be bothered, B, can afford it, or C, can afford it.
Okay, all right.
That could be, you know what I mean? Thing is, though, you put something like that out, if you've not got 50 or 100 in stock, or do you know what I mean? You will be slow at trying to because
Yeah.
you know it's 3D printed and there's other hardware in there and whatnot. So it's not just print it and sell it. It's but I do like the concept of that particular jig. It does rotate and yeah, it's really very nice. I like that. That is 3D printing personified right there.
Yeah.
Nice, mate.
Very nice. Seems to be the 1:9 seems to be just about the borderline size there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 1/9, so it's above 1/9. I mean, there's not many 1/6 bikes out there.
There's a couple of monkey bikes which are very rare to find.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4 in my stash over yonder.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't get the Africa Twin on that.
No. But again, in production, I think he's got a plan to make something slightly large. But again, that'll be like a specialty order, I would have thought.
Well, the bulk of the market is 1/12, and
Yes,
all of them
1/12,
are
1/9, yeah. So he is aiming for the middle of the road, and I do wish the fella good luck and every success in what he's planning on doing.
Yep.
Well, here we go.
Cool.
Well, here we go, Dan. Thanks for giving me a hint here that yours is in the chat, and I eventually found it. Not too bad. Well, thanks very much. After this short update, back to the studio.
Thank you, Roland. Mark II. Not Mark as well, but Mark II. Anyway, well, we got the Zeus to give away, innit? We're done.
Yep.
Away now.
Yeah. Are we ready with a timer?
Yeah.
You ready with a random number generator?
Yep.
Excellent. Right then, so we've got a £20 UP gift voucher to give away. All you got to do when prompted in the chat by Alan is pick one number. I repeat, one number between 1 and 1,000. Don't change your number or delete it and put another one in. One number. We give you 5 minutes. After that, we do a live random number generator, and the closest person to that, a £20 UP gift voucher. So, when you ready, fellas?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Start your numbers. Ding-a-ling.
Don't forget, we'll be live again on Sunday morning for a couple of hours. I will be having my first Patreon live stream next Wednesday, 7 p.m. So if you're a patron, you got a link to that. Come over and join. We'll have a little bit of chat about what's going to happen in the future. And if you want to support the videos, the content, there is a Patreon link in all the non-live videos.
Are you gonna do it in the nude?
No. I'm trying to attract people, not make them sick.
I'm not going to join then if you're not.
No, I wouldn't. Mate, no. But yeah, if you want to support the videos and the content, which has been greatly received and appreciated by everybody who has, the links for the Patreon are in the links description to the non-live videos. Thank you for everyone that has sent some support. Absolutely fantastic. I'll also have a giveaway for all the higher tier patrons next month as well. And that's it. Dan, you got any videos due out, Mr. Croak?
There'll probably be a bench update next week because it's kind of the end of the month again. So, and then I'll talk about my next video build, which I think is going to be the Suzuki RGV Gamma from Tamiya.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a bench update to do as well. And part 2 to this BMW should be up very, very soon.
Cool.
What about you, Luke?
The second part of the YZRM1 2005, the Rossi bike will it's all finished being filmed, and I've just got to edit it and upload it. So that's going to be within the next couple of days.
Cool.
3 minutes, folks. You're down to 3 minutes. I think Jim should sing another song myself.
I think Jim should give us a line of My Dingaling.
Oh, no.
I see that Sam's got a number in the in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
It was nice, man. Nice to see you again.
Get in there. Come on, Uncle Sam.
Snooze, you lose, boys. Son of a scumbag.
We had a 2.
And we're down to 2 minutes, folks. You have 2 minutes. Almost ding-a-ling time.
My ding-a-ling.
Do we need to
My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. I want to play with my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling.
But not live on YouTube, please.
I want to play with my ding-a-ling.
What are you saying, Si?
do we need to
Lost his train of thought now.
no,
You think about Jim's dingling.
I'm just being careful about what I say because
He wants to swear.
no, I don't.
No, he really does.
Well, maybe I do.
He wants to say fiddlesticks and brochures.
Strawberry fudge.
What is Michael Mitchell banging on about in the chat?
Well, I was just thinking, does he need a Tom out because he's beginning?
Yeah, Michael, there's a thing called verbal diarrhea.
Yeah.
And yeah. You seem a bit fluent in it today. Yeah. Anyway.
He needs to play this ding-a-ling and relax.
That's what she said.
30 seconds, folks. You're down to 30 seconds.
That's almost half a minute.
You sure? Can I see your maths on that, please?
Sure.
Hey,
16
hey.
divided by 2 is 25. Plus
Yep.
7.
Al's like the Scottish version of
Carry
Carl.
the 2.
Here we go, folks. Almost ding-a-ling time in 3, 2, 1. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And there we go.
Superb. Right then. So are you ready?
Yep. Just pulling it up now.
Oh.
The generator.
Oh, right. Is that what you're calling it now? A generator?
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of power there, mate.
Hang on, Michael, you spelled Jaffa Cakes wrong. Sorry.
Oh.
If you're not going to pull people on your spelling, you should sort yourself out, mate.
Yeah. Good point.
And you spelled Jif
Yes.
Jaf wrong as well.
People in glass houses.
Yeah, you've left after 69. If we get a nitpick. Anyway, Simon. Right, so Simon's going to draw the number for the random number generator. As always, the first person to pick the number wins. It's just the way it's always been. And if you think you know you won, please don't shout it out in the chat. And yeah, these guys are luck and an answer when they want to know it. So the winner number 4, the £20 gift voucher from UMP is 291. Didn't we have that last week?
It was definitely 29 something.
Yeah, we had another one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Michael's well on the ball for about the 12th time tonight. He's mentioned Claire's not here. Well done, Michael. What gave that away? The fact that she's not here. So yes, thank you for that, Michael. I can see Michael going on a timeout in a minute.
Neither is Jesus. Jesus is not here either.
No, and Dave's not here, man.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Now you tell
That
me.
means Moses not here neither.
Oh,
Oh, I do, baby.
yes, Jaffa Cakes are the daddy. Kev, you're right, mate.
Are we keeping Kevin or Mojo back or not? I'm gonna say that one then. I'm going to say, I think.
Go on, Dan. I'll wait for you. You tell me.
Well, I'm
thinking that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I was double checking.
No, I think that's the nearest. No, Luke, that's
Yeah,
further
no,
out.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to go with Alan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I was.
Hold on. What about that one?
Well, I would. Yeah, that's the one.
Same one.
Yeah.
Tit.
Yes, darling.
Do you know what? Do you know what slowed me up? I'm trying to move my beads on the abacus.
Oh yeah. They're the only beads you fill them with.
I never heard it can abacus before.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain on that. Are you guys happy with that then? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I nearly said a very. I nearly did a Simon.
Right then.
See, I'm not Mr. Sweary recently. That
No.
was Mr. Roland.
Yeah.
Come on, that was very good today. Come on, guys.
I
Where
dropped
you?
on the other day as well. Didn't I drop an F1 last week or the week?
Yeah. Titles passed on.
Right, today's number which was drawn was 291, and the closest to that tonight was Glenn Snyder with 312. Well done,
Well done,
Glenn.
Glenn. Yeah, Glenn. If you email me on ismprizeclaim@gmail.com. If you can't remember that, if you go to any non-live video, it's down the bottom in the description. And so I was reading that post. And I'll sort that out for you. Well done, Glenn. Congratulations.
Nice one, mate.
I'm glad.
It's a 15 umpire for check-it, as far as indeed. And Gary's cat's eating the suspension off his Cobra.
Chop the cat up and find it then.
Open the cat up. Got a tin of beans, have you? Ryder wins says, question for Al, what do I do now? I'd spring into action, mate.
Yeah, go to the toilet.
I bet
get
that
it
was a
done,
shocker.
Get it over with. Wash your hands, then
And spray grey.
sanitize them, and then come back.
Then spray grey.
Grey.
Well
We're
done,
in
Glenn.
suspense, waiting to find out what happens next.
Congrats, Glenn. Well done, mate. There we go. That's us for tonight. Thank everyone for joining in, for joining us. And thanks for all these guys as well. We'll be back on Sunday morning. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for Sean for joining us as well.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting interview.
An awesome interview.
Yeah, and his story about his locks, which is great. And yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. We will catch you all on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the evening and your night. Take care, everybody.